It's time now for Seymour Owls football. Seymour football is brought to you by
Stall Insurance, Prosser Career Education Center, The People's Bank, S&B Wall Covering, Jackson County Dental, New Legacy Group, Family Drug, Pizza Palace, Jackson Live and Event Center, Saiho Insurance, Connor Smith Eye Center, Schneck Ortho and Sports Medicine, Schneider Plumbing and Heating, Beatty Insurance, BSM Group and UTB Protection, JC Bank, Bob Boyder Family of Dealerships, and Prosperity Financial Group.
We begin our coverage tonight with the pregame show. We join the voice of the Seymour Owls, Jay Hubbard.
Tonight from Bullitt Stadium on the campus of Seymour High School, this is Seymour Owls football. Tonight it's the opening round of the IHSAA Class 5A Sectional 14 as the Seymour Owls host the Warriors from Whiteland High School. Hello again, everybody. Along with Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard. Welcome to our coverage of high school football here on 92.7 WXKU. Seymour finished the regular season last Friday with a 34-25 loss to Indianapolis Crispus Attucks. The Owls led 25-22 at halftime, but were stymied in the second half and couldn't overcome a 300-yard performance from the opposing running back. Seymour finished the regular season at 2-7. Meanwhile, Whiteland is 7-2. They are ranked 8th in the final 5A coaches poll. The Warriors wrapped up their season last Friday with a 41-7 victory over Greenwood. The Warriors have won 7 straight after a 1-2 starts. On tonight's edition of the pregame show, we'll talk about Whiteland. We'll preview them, including a conversation with their head coach, Darren Fisher. We'll talk with Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Mans. We'll have our Hoosier Hills Conference report and sectional report, plus recap Seymour fall sports, including a preview of the cross-country regionals that'll be run tomorrow in Evansville. Up next, we look back to last week's game with Crispus Attucks. Please stay with us tonight from Seymour. It's the Seymour Owls and the Whiteland Warriors, and you're listening to Seymour football on 92.7 WXKU.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stall Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stall Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Tired of banks that see you as a number and not a neighbor? At the People's Bank, we know your name, your family, and your goals. We offer the same modern services, online banking, mobile deposits, and low-rate loans, but with the personal touch only a hometown bank can give. Switch today and discover the difference. A bank that puts you first. Your neighbors, your community, your hometown bank. The People's Bank. Bank where you belong. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your fairy tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous fairy tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love from the Tooth Fairy.
Back on our pregame show, we continue to count down to kickoff. It's the Owls and the Whiteland Warriors tonight, opening round of Sectional 14, Class 5A. We look back to the regular season finale. Seymour traveled up north to play Indianapolis Crispus Attucks. This was a game that was brought about because of a cancellation. Bloomington South wanted out of the contract that they had with Seymour to play Center Grove. So the Owls were able to find a replacement, and it was Crispus Attucks, and it happened to be a road game. So the Owls traveled up. I played this game at Broad Ripple Middle School, and Seymour got off to a good start. First possession of the game, the Owls drove down the field and connected a 9-yard pass from Max Coates to Alex Milliken. The extra point was no good, and the Owls led 6-0. The Tigers came right back with a score after that. Daryl Taylor, who had a huge night for Crispus Attucks, scored on a 38-yarder to make it an 8-6 ball game following the 2-point conversion. Seymour came right back with a touchdown pass from Coates to Milliken again. Second time those guys hooked up. This time 21 yards. The 2-point conversion was failed, and it was 12-8 at the start of the second quarter. The second quarter would not disappoint, though, as 32 total points would be scored in the second 12 minutes. It started with Max Coates. He scored with his legs a 15-yard run, extending the lead to 19-8. The Tigers came back with a 22-yard touchdown run from Taylor, his second score of the night. He cut the lead down to 19-14 following a failed 2-point conversion attempt. Trayshawn Hawkins got into the scoring. He added his first score of the night, a 1-yarder, to bring the Owls back in front 25-14. However, it was a turnover that was a big difference. Seymour had the ball again up 25-14, fumbled, and Crispus Attucks would score with 3 seconds left to play in the first half. The 2-point conversion failed, but again, the momentum was on their side, 25-20 at halftime. After a couple stalled drives by each team, Crispus Attucks would score first, a 61-yard touchdown run. Again, it was Taylor, his third score of the night, and the extra point, 2-point conversion was good. It was 28-25. Taylor would score a fourth time, extending the lead to 34-25 midway through the fourth quarter. After the Owls had some success in the first half, they simply did not have any success in the second half. They had one drive that got into Crispus Attucks territory, but other than that, it was just a struggle offensively in the second half. When it was all said and done, it was Seymour. It was Crispus Attucks that would win the ball game by a final score of 34-25. Couple of statistic notes. Again, Alex Milliken, 2 touchdown catches from Max Coates. The story, though, was Daryl Taylor, 4 touchdown runs in the ball game, 304 rushing yards for the Tigers running back. Coach Tyson Moore on the Coaches Show last night about that ball game.
We were 2 different teams coming out there between the first half and the second half, and I felt like we did a lot of really good things in the first half, and for whatever reason fell apart in the second half. You know, I don't have any explanations for it other than it was just poor lack of execution on both sides of the football. One thing I think that really hurt us is their touchdown at the end of the second half that really kind of took some momentum, because we were then going to have to kick off to them and give them the ball coming out of halftime. So, it was a weird game, not a very good atmosphere. Our kids just weren't used to playing, I guess, in an environment like that. I'm sure you can name all kinds of excuses if you want to, but it was just lack of execution when it comes down to it. And
so the Owls finished the regular season, and tonight it begins season number 2, if you will, sectional play around the state. This is the only 5A game, being in the only 5-team sectional. The Owls drew the opening round game, so they'll play tonight against Whiteland. More on the Warriors coming up a little bit later on in our pregame show. Again, the final, it was Crispus Attucks last Friday beating Seymour 34-25. Up next, our fall sport recap. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships, online at bobboyner.com.
For 125 years, J.C. Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, J.C. Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the J.C. Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
Back on our pregame show, we continue to count down to kickoff. It's the Owls of the Whiteland Warriors tonight, opening round of Sectional 14. A look back at Seymour High School fall sports. Most of the fall sports seasons have come to an end. Saturday, the final tennis match played as Seymour's number one doubles team of Braylon Busby and Sean Taguchi lost a heartbreaker of a match to a team from Mount Vernon in the individual round of the regional. They lost 11-6, 6-1, 7-6, 7-3 in a tiebreaker. Congratulations to those two, as well as the entire Seymour tennis team, again capturing a sectional title. Coach P.J. Stein, of course, recent Hoosier Hills Conference nominations were announced. Seymour placed 3 players on the all-conference first team. Carter Stein plus the 2 doubles players, Braylon and Sean Taguchi, and Dane Thompson was honorable mention, so congratulations to those guys. The cross-country teams both ran in the sectional on Saturday, and both advanced with top 5 finishes at the Brown County Sectional. In the boys' race, Columbus North, top-ranked in the state, won with an easy 16 points. Seymour had 128. Greensburg was third with 131. Seymour's Micah Jablonski was 19th, Caleb Jablonski 20th, Abram Goldsberry 25th, Ryder Thompson 29th, and Blake Peacock finished 35th. Coach Randy Fife said second place is kind of where they thought they would finish.
The goal was to, as far as place, we figured second would be it. Columbus North was going to win. They're ranked number 1, and so we figured competing with those other remaining teams, we wanted to win that battle, and we did. Our times just weren't quite what we thought they could be, but in the runner's defense, we did have 2 good workouts that week, and so this week we're cutting back to a Wednesday workout instead of 2 the week of racing. So hopefully we'll be a little fresher. We've reduced our mileage on our long run this week, and our maintenance run will be 5 minutes short each day. So hopefully we'll be back to a more competitive time. And I told him anyway, starting the week into the conference, you're really not running for a time so much as you are a place. And both the meets we've had, we worry about place. Conference, finish second, which is kind of where we thought we should be, and then second in the sectional, which is where we thought we should be. So, I've told them it's about racing and competing, and so if the time is there, great. They feel better about a time, but I just worry more about the place. So we'll see what happens.
Expectations for Saturday?
I think a top 10 finish would be very nice for us. We're capable of doing that. I could see us finishing as high as, potentially 7th. And maybe a hair higher even. You never know. But also there's a lot of good teams there. So if we don't run well and other teams do, we could slide back easily into 15 to 17 territory. So, there's could easily be a 10 position swing in there.
The girls, meanwhile, finished third. Columbus North won with 38. Edgewood was second with 69. Seymour third with 99. Anne-Marie Schuler was 8th. Emma Dorio 10th. Chloe Jablonski 13th. Lorelei Christensen 32nd. Ada Shepman 36th. I talked with Coach Spencer Sunbury and asked him if he was happy with how the girls ran on Saturday.
Yeah, I think so. I think we ran a little more tired than what I thought we were. But we had talked all week about just having a solid performance at sectional to make sure we were moving on, and then we would really start to focus on regional. So I kind of had hope that we would have ran a little bit quicker, but it was a weird day. I think from top to bottom, the whole field just seemed to have been a little sluggish and ran a little slower. So I'm happy with what they did, and everybody seems to be in good spirits, ready to go at regional.
What are the expectations for Saturday?
Honestly, with it's kind of up in the air. I mean, it might rain, it might not rain. The course is flat for the most part, kind of wide open. So, if you get up in a good pack up at the front, there's fast times to be had there. If you get shuffled to the back, and we haven't ran a meet for several weeks with the number of runners that will be in this meet, it's very easy to get shuffled back, and then you kind of just get off your tempo and you have a little slower time. But I think the girls are excited about having a good race. I would love to see, several PRs. Granted, most of our PRs came at conference, and that was just a fast course there. But I really believe that these girls, the work they've done, that they can, if they're ready to go and everything just hits right, I would expect to see a lot of PRs Saturday down there.
Obviously, there's a lot of good teams. So, if you don't run well, you can get shuffled down. Is a top 10 finish realistic if you run well?
Yeah, I think we are a top 10 team down there. So definitely is what we're shooting for, being in the top 10.
And again, both races Saturday will be at Evansville Mater Dei, so good luck to both the boys and girls cross-country teams. One other note, girls basketball began this week. Practices began Monday, and coming up at halftime tonight, we're going to talk with new girls basketball coach Nathan Owen, get a preview of the upcoming season. That's on the way at halftime tonight of our broadcast. When we come back, we'll spend some time with Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Mance. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
New Legacy Wealth Management understands the significance of financial planning and the impact it has on your future. Our location in Seymour, New Legacy Wealth Management, makes it easy to navigate your needs. Hi, I'm Matt DeSablon, and together we can personalize financial strategies, helping you with retirement, education, savings, and investment growth. Working with a professional not only ensures you're making informed decisions, peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy Wealth Management. To start building your legacy today, call us at 812-271-2000.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Saturday nights in Seymour. Come alive at Jackson Live and Event Center. Each week, a great show filled with country music you love, located in Freeman Field. The beautifully designed Jackson Live will transport you to the sounds of Nashville with new guests each week and national concerts monthly. Food is available, family atmosphere, and amazing country music. For tickets and more, visit JacksonLiveandEvents.com or on Facebook at Jackson Live. Book your tickets today for a great show, Jackson Live and Event Center in Seymour.
Now accepting bookings for wedding receptions and corporate events. Call Jackson Live today.
Cataract surgery is a quick outpatient procedure that removes the cloudy lens of your eye and replaces it with a clear artificial lens. Dr. Brooks at the Connor Smith Eye Center performs hundreds of these surgeries each year. More than 98% of patients report their vision is significantly improved after cataract surgery, making it one of the most popular and successful surgical procedures. Your eye doctor can help you decide when you're ready for cataract surgery. See the doctors at Connor Smith Eye Center today. 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Time for our athletic report as we talk with Seymour High School Athletic Director Kirk Manns, and fall sports winding down. Just 2 sports left. Football tonight, of course, opening round of the sectional, and cross country tomorrow will run in the regional, and they've had a great year, had a good run on Saturday. I know you went over to Brown County and watched them run, and now they will travel to Evansville, and certainly wish them the best of luck tomorrow.
Very good showing last week at Brown County. Second place finish for the boys, third place finish for the girls, and have a very nice season. The times have gone down as the season has progressed for both boys and girls. And again, I think Coach Fife and Coach Sunbury for their efforts and what they're able to do. And, another very good season leading into regional action, which you never know what will happen. The competition gets very stiff.
Winter sports right around the corner. A couple of sports have already started. Girls basketball and girls wrestling have been in the gym getting their preparations.
Yeah, they have been, and this coming Monday we'll start with girls swimming as well. So winter sports are moving already. My office sits right outside the gymnasium, and the basketballs are bouncing again, and that's always a nice sound. And so enjoy that. And but we're moving along, and already a week into it for the wrestlers, the girls wrestlers, and the girls basketball. And so before you know it, Thanksgiving is going to be here quick on us.
For those listening as we air this segment tonight that are heading to the game, just quickly talk about tickets. You can still get tickets online before you come, but season passes, if you purchase those, remember those are not good tonight.
Yeah, for the fans, our fans, just remember that it's a tournament game, and so there are no passes that can be honored, and no sign-ins or anything for our employees and things like that. So please come out and support our team. And 7 o'clock start as usual. Tickets can be purchased online, just as they have been able to all year, as well as at the gate. We'll have cash at the gate as well.
All right, Kirk. Appreciate the time as always.
Always. Go Owls.
Up next, our scouting report on the Whiteland Warriors, including a conversation with their head coach, Darren Fisher. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get SciHo Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with SciHo Insurance Services. At SciHo, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at sciho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become SciHo Smart.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Back on our pregame show, we continue to count down to kickoff. It's the Owls and the Whiteland Warriors tonight, and our scouting report on the opponent, Whiteland. They come in with a record of 7-2. They have won 6 in a row. They were 1-2 after a 29-14 loss to Decatur Central, but they have rattled off 6 straight wins against Franklin, Perry Meridian, Martinsville, Mooresville, Plainfield, and last week beat Greenwood 41-7. Their other loss was to Columbus North, and they also beat Floyd Central. They're coached by Darren Fisher. He's in his 21st year at Franklin. He led him to a state runner-up 3 years ago. And we had a chance to talk with Coach Fisher earlier this week about his ball club. Here was our conversation. Well, Coach Fisher, thanks again for taking the time to talk with us. Obviously, you've had a nice season at 7-2. You got off to a little slow start at 1-2, but have since rattled off 6 straight wins. So you're heading into the tournament on a high note, certainly.
Yeah, it's been thanks for having me on. It's been a really good season. We've continued to progress. Our goal is to always play great October football here. You've got to win in October to earn the right to play in November. And improvement is the goal to get to the end. So we've had a very good. Our kids understand. You got to practice well during the week to develop the grit to win on Fridays, and this group's really adapted to that philosophy.
Yeah, you certainly have no lack of seniors. This is a senior-dominated team, isn't it?
Yeah, we are. This has been a great group all the way through. There's 37 of them. They, not only are they good football players, but they're really good young men. They're high character, good students. They love school. They're supportive of everybody that does things around here. They're just a fun group all the way around. They're fun to coach. They're fun to be around. They make coaching worthwhile for groups like this one do.
I don't like to single out certain people, but certainly when you look at from a statistical standpoint, your running back Jordan Palmer over 1,000 yards, another senior, certainly has been a great offensive leader for you.
He's been a 4-year starter for us. He was our Mike linebacker on our state runner-up team in 22 as a freshman, and he has been a very consistent force for us in all 3 phases, whether it's special teams or defense, and now on offense. He's been one of those kids that he's a hard worker, leads by example, very good. Again, I say it by all my seniors. Great student, high character, just a wonderful young man, and we're very fortunate to have him on our team for sure.
Coach, you've been at Whiteland now. This is your 21st year, and I think Coach Moore alluded to it as well, that your offensive style that you do hasn't changed from year to year. Personnel may change, but you still like to do the same things offensively that you have over the course of your coaching career, don't you?
We do. I think that's one of the advantages that we've had here is consistency. And our kids start running the fly offense when they're in second grade, and we continue to do that all the way through. And, I think it's something that, there are certain places where your philosophy, your shtick, if you will, kind of goes over. And our folks here believe that this is how we win football games. We've kind of got a formula that we use to do it, and a system that we use to do it. And, I think that consistency has been a plus for us over the time that I've been the coach here.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about your defense? Obviously, you gave up just 7 points last week against Greenwood. You've been playing really well of late defensively, it looks like.
Yeah, like I said before, this is a really great group of kids, and our seniors, we're probably plus 14 right now in the turnover ratio for the year. That was a goal for us going in. Jake West, our defensive coordinator, is new to us this season, which he's been a great addition to our staff, along with, Trevor Reese and Ted Lamson and Zach Geltz and Tom Carpenter and, those guys, Nick Merriman, those guys on our defensive staff. They've done a really good job of we always believe that fundamentals win. You got to block well, you got to tackle well, you got to disrupt blocks. And, those cumulative repetitions that you build up through practice. We believe in physicality here, and those reps have built up. Our coaching staff's done a great job, and our kids have bought in. And like I said, I think we're playing a really aggressive style of defense right now. Special teams the same way. Coach Lamson's done a great job along with the rest of our coaches defensively and special teams wise. We're playing pretty aggressive football right now, which we are. We're happy to say that. And again, we've got a lot of returning starters on the defensive side too.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about your impressions, what you've seen about Seymour on film?
I tell you what, I think Coach Moore and his staff have done a good job. I think they're well coached. Defensively, I think they fit things properly. I like the way they play. Again, they've got a definite plan, and the way they play offensively. Again, same thing. Their kickoff team is phenomenal. Their kicker directional kicks and puts the ball where he wants to put it, and they put some pressure on you that way and try to steal a possession that we have to be aware of. Like I said, offensively, our offense is based on deception. I admire offenses that are done that way. And, I think they've done a good job with the wing T and mixing the spread in with it. And like I said, defensively, they fit things extremely well. I'm impressed.
Coach, obviously, no secret on paper, Whiteland is a big favorite in this game. You've been coaching long enough to know that the game is played on the field. So what's the message to your team? What's a big key for a victory tonight for your ball club?
I think just like, our goal is always to start fast. You know what I mean? The number one thing, what this group has done extremely well over the entire season is start the games incredibly fast. We've done a good job with our preparation. We've done a good job with our game day routine. And, over this season and our 7 wins, those are 7 games where we've come out and the motor's been running pretty fast at the beginning of the game. So that's always a big key for us. Number 2, we've got to play great on special teams. We have all year, but you've got to kick the ball well. And that's another key to the football game that we have to do. And then, I think thirdly, you're playing a similar style of offense. So I think, possessions are going to be at a premium. I don't think that, there's not going to be, both teams want to run the football, and control the clock, and our philosophies and styles of how you win a football game are similar. So possessions are going to be at a premium. So we definitely, Whiteland can't beat Whiteland. We've got to take care of the foot. We have to value all the possessions and take care of the ball.
Coach Darren Fisher of the Whiteland Warriors taking the time. Coach, good to talk with you again. I appreciate the visit. Continued success with your football program.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And on those were comments from Coach Darren Fisher as we talked with him earlier this evening. On a side note, Coach Fisher was college roommates with a former Seymour alum, the former Tracy Bullard. He had some good stories about Tracy he was telling me about when we talked earlier this week. This is the 3rd time these two teams have met. They've all been in the tournament. Last time Seymour and Whiteland played was in the sectional 4 years ago, and it was all Whiteland 66-0. Seymour beat Whiteland in the sectional championship back in 2001, and that was here at Bullitt Stadium. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have tonight's Coach of the Week, and that is Seymour athletic trainer Kyle Coates. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stahl Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stahl Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Tired of banks that see you as a number and not a neighbor? At the People's Bank, we know your name, your family, and your goals. We offer the same modern services, online banking, mobile deposits, and low-rate loans, but with the personal touch only a hometown bank can give. Switch today and discover the difference. A bank that puts you first. Your neighbors, your community, your hometown bank. The People's Bank. Bank where you belong. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Our pregame show continues tonight. And our Coach of the Week, we try to talk with him at least once a year, and that is the athletic trainer at Seymour High School, Kyle Coates. How many years, Kyle?
This is my 13th season here at Seymour. Yep.
That's awesome. You'll see Kyle probably more so than a lot of other administrators, coaches at different events. Take me through a typical day for you, and I know they differ from day to day, but as far as kind of what your main responsibility is here at Seymour.
Well, I get to the school in the afternoon, and usually that last period of the day or last block of the day, students start to come in, trickle in the training room, get taped before practices. I do injury checks, do rehab programs with kids before practices. Then if it's just a typical practice day, I make my rounds to all the sports, check in with all the coaches. If anybody gets hurt at practice, I see them during the practice day. Then usually we have some kind of event or some kind of game. So I'm at those home events pretty much every season of the sporting year. So,
and now I believe, or at least I know last year you actually taught a couple classes. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, this is my second year teaching. So I teach a principles of healthcare class. So kids interested in the healthcare field. It's a dual credit class through Ivy Tech. So this is my second year teaching as well.
Do you have a lot of interest in that right now?
Yeah. A lot of kids interested in, athletic training, physical therapy, the nursing field, all those healthcare fields. Yeah. Okay.
Now I know you are affiliated. I know you work for Seymour High School, but you're affiliated with Schneck. So you're employed by Schneck, but you're assigned to Seymour. Is that correct?
Yeah. This is my 13th year with Schneck as well. So they contract me out to Seymour High School to cover events. We have an orthopedic clinic, physical therapy, as well sports medicine department. So we have Seymour High School. We have some other high schools as well in Southern Indiana. So it's a good fit for both Schneck and for Seymour High School as well.
It always seems like that you're part of Seymour, and I always remember, okay, he's not really employed by Seymour, but you are a Seymour guy. 13 years, just like the sports world, things change from year to year as far as rules for the games and things like that. And I'm assuming in the medical field as well, technology has changed over those 13 years, haven't they?
Yeah, I think we're always trying to make things safer for athletes. More research comes out, so we know more about injuries. Like you said, more technology. We've come a long way in the concussion field. Mm-hmm. We went through the COVID thing with athletes. Now we're more into the training. How do we prevent injuries from happening to these kids? Sports are year-round now. You have club sports, travel sports. So multi-sport athlete has changed from playing one sport per season to now they play the same sport year-round plus other sports on top of that. So really prevention is a big thing right now.
And I know one thing we've talked over the years, and one thing that we've talked about every year was your relationship that you have with the coaches. You obviously, I know when I had kids playing, the first thing they would say, you have an injury, go to see Kyle before you call a doctor. And that's something you stress with the coaches is, hey, feel free to have them come see me at any time.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest key of keeping kids in the game is having them report those injuries early. I'm pretty lucky here at Seymour. All the coaches promote seeing me first rather than them waiting to see me or going to see a doctor first. Let me help them get back into the game. That's my ultimate goal is to keep them playing, not hold them out. And I'm pretty lucky. I've worked with some of the same coaches for, 13 years. So that makes it a lot easier for me to, have that relationship with the coaches and get players back to the game quicker.
And one final thing, I don't think I've ever asked you this because it hasn't happened until this year. You're an athletic guy. Now you have your own kids playing here at Seymour High School. So how surreal would that be if you had to actually train and take care of one of your kids?
Yeah, well, I don't think my son, he'd be the last one that would want to come get out of the game and see me. But, it's different. It's a different experience being able to see him play and then still being dad and athletic trainer at the same time. Yeah.
Well, I look at you. I've had a relationship with you from a working standpoint, and obviously my kids have spent their time and share of time here in this room, in the training room, and I can't thank you for what you do. Appreciate the time as always, and as always, continued success here at Seymour.
Thank you, Jay. Go Owls.
Kyle, Coach, our our Coach of the Week. When we come back, we'll have our Commissioner's Report and our Hoosier Hills Conference Report. Seymour and Whiteland, you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your fairy tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous fairy tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love from the Tooth Fairy.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000. Or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
It is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King, glad to be joined by Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA. Paul, all things happening all around right now as we get into the IHSAA football state tournament. A ton of other things going on as well. We're going to get to some soccer, some volleyball. But this past weekend, unified flag football, girls flag football up at Grand Park. Can we just start with the experience of you being there and getting to be involved in a brand new event?
Well, first of all, Grand Park is a great host, and it was certainly what we would call a festival almost of flag football. We started that day off with girls flag football, and the Colts and their great leadership put on that tournament for the girls while they're still emerging. And then we took a little break in the middle of the action and watched unified flag football. And that's just a phenomenal opportunity for students. And, I think most people know now, but it's an opportunity for students with intellectual disabilities to put their school uniform on and represent their school for a state championship. And again, great day. And then we closed it out at 6 p.m. with the girls flag or DeKalb. Well, let me go back to regular flag football or unified. DeKalb won that state championship. And then Penn High School won the first Coaches Association girls flag football that evening.
Paul, before we get to some volleyball and some soccer, just to touch on the flag football, because again, it's emerging and it's continuing to grow. Where in your mind can this continue to grow and ultimately go in the popularity of high school sports in this state?
Well, I think one, from what I've seen, it's truly been phenomenal, the growth. I mean, we've gone in just a few short years, and I think we have 97 schools slated to play girls flag football right now. I full well believe that'll be over 100. And the great thing about it is there's an opportunity to play. It doesn't take a lot of equipment. Traditionally, we see over 80% of the girls that are playing girls flag football that don't play a current sport, or they play a winter or spring sport. So it's not taken away from other sports along the way. And again, we see it growing, and I think they're well on their way to become a full recognized sport within the 2-year time frame.
That's awesome. The Commissioner of the IHSA, Paul Neidig, with us on the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King. Paul, exciting stuff in the volleyball state tournament, and also the fact that you always talk about your partners, whether it's at Grand Park this past weekend with the Colts helping out with flag football, Lucas Oil Stadium, all the great venues you get to play in. Of course, Gainbridge Fieldhouse, famous for basketball, but volleyball is also going to join that club.
Yeah, volleyball is, we're this weekend, we're going to be playing in our regional round of the tournament. And in 2 short weeks after that, we're going to have the first girls volleyball tournament, IHSAA girls volleyball tournament at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And they came to us and wanted to see if we could partner on bringing this to Indianapolis. And we had a great run in Muncie, Indiana at Worthing Arena, home of Ball State University.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an opportunity for us to play in what we would call our home. We celebrate boys and girls basketball, wrestling state championships at Gainbridge, and now we're going to do volleyball. And I think it's going to be a phenomenal event in 2 weeks.
Pairing all these events together, Paul, what can you say about your staff? Because, we were talking, you've got volleyball on the docket. You got soccer state finals coming soon. You just wrapped up flag football. You're starting a very busy time of year with the football state tournament leading into basketball. So just the process of getting all this done, what can you say about your staff at the IHSAA?
Well, phenomenal people that are passionate about the work that they get to do on a daily basis. And, we spent 2.5 hours in a meeting this morning mapping out state championships, things that we have coming up, things we need to make sure that we're keenly focused on as we move. But, we're also right now planning for the winter. Our girls basketball program kicked off their practice this past week. And so staff is, while they're still running state championships, they're working for the next season already. And again, I work with great people.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA, with us on the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King. Paul, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you next week.
Hey, very good, Brendan. And thanks for hosting the show today. And we'll look forward to next week's conversation.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships, online at bobboyner.com.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
Back on our pregame show, we continue to count down to kickoff. We're getting closer. Seymour and Whiteland tonight, top of the hour, 7 o'clock kick, sectional 14 opener. Let's turn our attention a little bit to the Hoosier Hills Conference and then some other sectional matchups tonight. First of all, the Floyd Central Highlanders captured the HHC title officially with a 42-0 shutout over New Albany last Friday. They finished at 5-0. Columbus East beat Bedford North Lawrence 20-17 to capture second place at 4-1. The Stars finished 3-2. Jeffersonville came in at fourth at 2-3. Seymour 1-4, and New Albany
winless not only in the conference 0-5, but they finished the regular season 0-9. They're losing streak now at 15 games, and they'll have a tough one next Friday in the semifinals of the sectional against Evansville North. The Highlanders were the highest scoring team in the conference, while the defensive juggernaut were also the Highlanders. So I guess if you're going to be the top scoring team and the top defensive team, you might as well win the conference, and they did. Finished 5-0, 8-1 overall. Best record in that sense as well. A couple other games last week involving conference teams. Columbus East, as mentioned, and Jeffersonville beat Jennings County 35-21. Quick look at some statistical leaders around the state. Cole Stevens from Greencastle ended up being the state's leading passer, threw for over 3,000 yards, the only high schooler in Indiana to do so. Tryson Barrett of Lafayette Jeff High School finished second. Dayson Kirby of Bedford North Lawrence was third. Michael Hill of Maryville was fourth, and Aiden Robinson of Maconaquah was fifth. Leading rusher in the state by a large margin, Miles McLaughlin of Knox High School, 3,000 yards on the ground this year. Ty Benton of Greencastle came in at number 2. Bryce Fessel of North Harrison was third. Darian Morris of East Chicago Central fourth, and Carwin Pope of Princeton was number 5. Receiving, Trevin Long of Greencastle was first. I guess if your quarterback's number 1 in the state, you got to throw it to somebody. He had over 1,000 yards, 1,200 yards receiving. Bryce Vanistren of Lafayette Jeff was second. Vincent Rossi of Fishers was third. Jaden Lineberry of South Bend, Washington was fourth, and Jaden Van Pelt of Fort Wayne Carroll was fifth. Miles McLaughlin scored 48 touchdowns this year, and Jeb Brown of Lawrence North High School, unofficially the leading tackler with 128 total tackles, one better than Jack Holsenbeck of Cherubusco. So we wrap up the regular season. I would mention as well the one other thing as far as statistical goes. The leading scorer in the leading top scoring team in the state was Brownstown Central. They scored 58.56. Cascade, Heritage Hills, Northeastern, and Frontier rounded out the top 5. New Pal was the best defensive team, giving up just a little under 4 points a game. Rochester, Riverton Park, Evansville Memorial, and Fort Wayne Dwenger. Cascade had the biggest scoring margin, averaging a victory of 48.89 a ball game. So we wrap up the regular season, and we turn our attention now to the postseason. And sectional 6A and 5A, normally all teams in these two classes get byes this week. But in the case of Seymour, it's a 5-team sectional. So one 5A game tonight, and that is the one played here tonight at Bullitt Stadium, as the Owls will host Whiteland. New Pal got moved up into New Pal got moved up to 6A. So the sectional they were in, Whiteland got moved out, as did a couple other teams. So Whiteland joined Seymour and became a 5-team sectional. So the only 5A game is Seymour and Whiteland tonight. 4A, let's take a look at a couple of the Southern Indiana sectionals. In sectional 23 tonight, it's a Hoosier Hills Conference matchup, or I guess a former conference matchup. Jennings County no longer a member of the conference in football, but Bedford North Lawrence plays at Jennings County tonight. Stars finished 6-3 on the year. Jennings County 2-7. Connorsville is at Shelbyville, a pair of 4-5 teams. Martinsville at Greenwood, 3-6, 2-7. And Silver Creek is at Charlestown tonight. Charlestown, the only team other than Bedford with a winning record. So that's sectional, I think, up for grabs. In 3A, sectional 31, Owen Valley is at Madison. Owen Valley 2-7, Madison 1-8. Corydon Central is at North Harrison, a pair of 3-6 teams. Edgewood is at Scottsburg. Best record in this sectional belongs to the Warriors at 7-2. Indian Creek draws a bye. They'll play the winner of the Owen Valley Madison game. In 2A, Brownstown Central opens sectional play at Tell City. Eastern Pekin at Paoli. Paoli and Brownstown appear to be the top two teams in this sectional. If everything holds to form, Paoli will be at Brownstown next Friday. And in sectional 48 in Class 1A, Providence is at North Knox. Forest Park plays at Springs Valley. In sectional 47, West Washington is at Knightstown. We turn our attention to sectional number 14, Seymour and Whiteland. When we come back, we'll go down onto the field with head coach Tyson Moore. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
Down on the field, it's our last word before kickoff as the Owls get set to take on Whiteland opening round of the sectional. And Coach, whatever happens during the season, sectional time, you always turn the clock, right? Everybody's 0-0, a fresh start, but good challenge tonight against a good Whiteland team.
Yeah, really good football program coming in here. It's, we've got our hands full with this. They do a lot of things really well. Very veteran group, but our kids have had a pretty good week of practice, and I think we're fired up, ready to go.
First thing is, we talked on the coaches' shows, you have to have the belief. You have to have a belief when you step on the field that you can not only compete, but you can win the football game, and these kids will have to have that.
The biggest thing I always tell our guys is, whether we can win a game or not, it doesn't matter. If you go out there with a certain belief that it's over before it starts, then why even walk out on the field? We're not naive to the fact that this is a really great opponent and that it's going to take an exceptional effort. But with that being said, that's why you play the football game. That's why we prepare. And if we were ready to just cash it in, we wouldn't have practiced all week. And that's not this team. That's not who we are. We've prepared. We've prepared to win. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And when we step out on the football field tonight, we're going to play to win. So our effort is the expectation for that is always to come out with a championship effort, regardless of who you're playing. And that's what I look forward to tonight.
Beautiful night for football.
Yeah, you can't complain about that. I mean, it's going to be cool, crisp at kickoff and beautiful skies for pregame, so we're ready to go.
I know you want your kids to play hard, as you said. As far as X's and O's, they like to run the football. I mean, there's no secret about that. We're going to have to try to get them into some third and long situations. I think if at least early on, at least make them force some things, do some things they don't like to do.
Yeah, getting them off schedule, forcing them to do things that maybe they haven't done all year. That's going to be vital. We can't let them be one play warriors out here going down the field and score. We got to limit the big plays. And we got to be able to respond. If there is a big play, we got to be able to respond to it because it means nothing if we just kind of cower into a corner.
All right, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
Starting lineups in the opening kick. It's next Seymour and Whiteland, opening round of sectional 14. And you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
And back here at Bullitt Stadium, where we are just about ready for kickoff tonight. The Owls and the Whiteland Warriors, opening round of sectional number 14. Of course, Dupal moved up to 6A. When they did that, the sectional that Whiteland was involved with that broke up that sectional. A couple other teams also moved up to 6A, or actually one team dropped down to 4A. It has all turned out this is the only 5-team sectional in 5A. So, therefore, two teams going to have to play the opening week, and Seymour and Whiteland drew that. So, here we are playing tonight with the winner to move on to play Columbus East next Friday night. So the Owls won the toss and have elected to receive. So we'll quickly check their offensive starters. The starting lineup's brought to you by Pizza Palace. Stop in and mention tonight's game night special and get a 16-inch two-topping pizza for only $19.99. The quarterback is Max Coates. The running backs are Trayshawn Hawkins and Everett Jackson. The wide receivers, Charlie Bruce, Alex Milliken. The tight end is Jackson Fox. On the offensive end is Chase Smith, Blake Steinbrook, Diego Aguilar, Evan Von Haney, and Austin Rehart. The Owl starters brought to you again by Pizza Palace. Again, stop in tonight. Mention the game night special, a 16-inch two-topping pizza for only $19.99. I'm Jay Hubbard, joined by Lance Hubbard tonight as the Warriors ready to kick it off. Noah Pope does the kicking. There's the boot. It is a kick that'll be taken by Holtz at the 15, up to the 25, the 30. Scoots into the opening across the 35 and all the way up to the 39-yard line. Let's see where they actually put it down. I think they're going to put it down at the 39-yard line. Good return of 24 yards, and the Owls will set up 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. You know, we talked about in the pregame with Coach Moore about what the Owls had to do offensively. Or defensively, we talked about Whiteland's offense. The Owls' offense simply has to have ball possessions. They have to be able to make drives of 6, 7, 8, 9 plays to keep the Whiteland offense off. Coach is straight back to throw. He gets pushed out of the pocket, and he's going to get actually sacked good luck to me trying to read this roster all night. Javon Denson Posey, a 6-foot senior, was able to get Max by the ankles and sack him back at the 34-yard line. That's a loss of 5 yards. And right off the bat, it's a 2nd down and 15. The Whiteland offense is good. The Whiteland defense is really good. They have been exceptional all year long, and especially they are fast. And that right there was a proof of that linebacker just ran Max down. Now here's the handoff to Hawkins. Trayshawn will try to find room around the right end and simply has nowhere to go. He'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 15, and it's exactly what the House did not want to get in on the first drive, was get into a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, so all starts with that first down play. Got to get positive, at least some positive yards. You can't take a big sack, which puts you 2nd and long. You got nothing. It's going to be 3rd and long. Obvious passing.
The Owls will empty the backfield. They'll send 3 receivers out to the left and 2 to the right. An empty backfield with Coates in the shotgun. Max takes a snap, straight back to throw, throws it to the flat, and that's way overthrown. It wasn't going to get anything anyway. Had it been completed, only been for about a 2 or 3 yard gain. But it's incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down, and the Owls will be 3 and out on their first possession and will be forced to punt. So Aaron Holt will come in and punt it away. Back for the Warriors is Dane Kuntz. And you'll notice one thing about their starting offensive skill players, all seniors. They are a senior-dominated team, a team that they think has a chance to make some noise in the 5A tournament this year. We'll talk a little bit more about that as the game progresses. Here's the kick away. It's a low kick that'll bounce about the 31, pick up by Kuntz at the 30. He has a little room around right end 40, up to the 45, the 50. He's into Seymour territory at the 30. And he will go all the way down inside the 20-yard. Actually, no, he never went out of bounds. He goes all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. I thought he was going to go out of bounds. He stayed in bounds, and that's a 70-yard punt return for Dane Kuntz, and the Warriors strike first. Well, I thought sure he was going to be pushed out of bounds about the 20-yard line, but he simply stayed in bounds, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Where the ball was on the 2nd down rows on the right hash. All the Seymour players were on the right side of the field. Aaron did a nice job kicking to the left side away from the returner, but Cooks was able to pick it up off the ground, returned it right where there's no Seymour players, all Whiteland blockers. Aaron Holt was the only one player back, and he was trying to go against 3 different blockers, and that was not a very high chance. So definitely a good stop for the. We talked about their offense and defense, but their special teams already making a big
How about
statement.
that? The 70-yard punt return, and just like that, it's 6-0, and in to kick the extra point is Noah Pope. And the snap is a good one. The kick is away, and the kick is good. 10:21 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. It's Whiteland 7, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
So the Warriors, a punt return for a touchdown, 70-yard punt return by Dane Kuntz, and they are in front 7-0, and we haven't played 2 minutes in tonight's contest, and that is exactly when you're up against the wall, and the Owls are going to be up against the wall. There's no, let's make no secret about it. The Seymour's a big-time underdog tonight. Those are the type of plays you just simply can't give up if you want to have any success of pulling off an upset. And Whiteland takes advantage and goes 70 yards. There's a squib kick this time, and the Owls up person will fall on it at the 34-yard line. I'll be honest with you, the Owls, and that was Tyler Bobb who fell on it at the 34-yard line where Seymour will take over. The Owls kickoff return has been really good this year. And most, when we talk to the other coaches, they always talk about they always mention special teams impresses them. So you might see that a little bit more, some pooch kicks or squib kicks, not to give Seymour's return guys a chance to get in the open. So Seymour will start their second possession at their own 34-yard line. They did not, they lost 5 yards in their first possession. This time they'll line up in the wing tee. Coates under center, and he's going to be sacked, and that was supposed to be a handoff to, I'm not sure, to either Jackson or Hawkins, and somebody ran the wrong route. And when Max went to hand it off, there was nobody there, and then he simply had nowhere to go because the defenders were there. That's a 10-yard quarterback sack, and it's 2nd down and 20. I don't know who ran the wrong play. He was trying to hand it off, and neither one was in a position to hand it. And then all of a sudden he turns around. He's got 3 Whiteland players all over him.
Yeah, all 4 skill players all went to the right side to go block for somebody, and somebody forgot to grab the ball first.
So the Owls lost 5 on their first down. Last series, they lose 10 on their first down this series. Now Coates in the shotgun, and he hands to Hawkins. It was like a counter play, and right away a linebacker for Abraham Gonzalez, a senior, was in there to grab Hawkins and bring him down for a loss of 3 on the play, and we'll make it a 4. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 24 now. And the Owls have simply gone the wrong way. Ball resting at the 21-yard line.
Like you said, Abraham Gonzalez, right when Max picked the handoff to Jackson, gave it to Hawkins, and right when Hawkins got it, Gonzalez was all over him for the loss. 2
receivers to either side. In the shotgun is Coach. He's going to hand it to, actually kept it, and he's going to get positive yards, but not much. Only a 4-yard gain. We'll give him 3, maybe 4. And that'll bring up a 4th down and long, and the Owls will again be forced to punt. That's the first positive play the Owls have had all night. 6 plays from scrimmage and 1 positive play.
A net total of negative 15 yards. Looks like Whiteland may bring it the pressure.
And there's the snap. It's a high snap. Hope gets it away, and it was nearly punted. Then Aaron gets hit. That's going to be a penalty. Let's see if they call it roughing or running.
That should be roughing. You didn't give him a chance to land. That should be roughing.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And it is a personal foul, but I don't think it's an automatic first down. In high school, I don't think it's an automatic first down. I think it's just 15 yards, which means it would be 4th and 5. Because pass interferences are not automatic first downs.
But it was a personal foul.
I understand that, but I don't believe that's an automatic first down. If I remember right, high school rules don't give you automatic first down. It was roughing the kicker.
Offense come back onto the field.
Well, they may go for it. No, they're moving the chains. I know, but I've seen it before, though, where I have to learn the rules when it comes to that. Because pass interference, is not an automatic first down. I've seen pass interference before not being an automatic first down. Maybe roughing.
But it's a personal foul.
Personal foul, you're right. Maybe that's the reason. But we'll take it. We'll take it. So it is a first down, and the Owls will have it at their own 41-yard line. So let's see if Seymour can take advantage of that. They'll empty the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Back to throw his coach. Steps up. He throws the out. It's complete to Milliken, and he is hit right away and brought down at the 46-yard line. Buzz does pick up 5, which is nice. Eli Taylor, the cornerback, right there on the coverage, brought him down just as he made the catch. But again, a good gain of 5 on first down, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
That's what we got to do. All the first downs, we got to find a way to get some positive yards, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to find a way. First 2 times we had first down, got lost 5 yards and lost of 10. So we just got to find a way, first and second downs, to get some positive yards, make it a third and manageable.
2nd down and 5 at the 46. In the shotgun is Coates. Back to throw. He wants to set up the screen. Now he's going to throw it across the middle, and he throws it high. Pass was intended for Milliken again, but that ball sailed over Alex, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Double coverage that time. I think they wanted to throw a screen to Jackson Fox, but Whiteland had it read and had somebody out there with him, and Max decided to go the second read and overthrew Milliken.
Yeah, Whiteland looked like was in a zone there, and they had a DP who sat right there on the line of scrimmage watching the screen. So
2 receivers to either side on 3rd and 5. Ball at the 46-yard line. There's a snap, straight back to throw, and the pass is knocked down. Again, we'll call his name a lot this year, Javon Denson Posey. He is a 6-foot, 198-pound senior. And when I asked Coach Fisher about the defense, the first person he said was that young man having an incredible season. And he was in that time and just swatted the ball away, and Seymour's going to keep the offensive unit on the field. 4th and 5 at their own 46-yard line. Shotgun formation. There's a snap, back to throw. Now he steps up. He's got some pressure. He rolls out to the left. He's going to run it. He's going to be close. He's right at the sticks.
I think they're going to give him. I think they're going to give him the 49-yard line for a first down.
And do they go to give it to him? They mark the ball.
He moved it up a little.
And it is a first down.
When the referee initially put it down, it was about the 49 and a half, but then he moved it a half inch ahead where the referee on the sideline spotted and then gave him first down. So nice job by Max, knowing where the first down line is, go forward to get the first down. Good sign for Owls offense so far.
So the Owls pick up their first down that they earned. They got a first down off the roughing the kicker penalty. But they do get the first down, and now 1st and 10 at the Whiteland 49. In the shotgun is Coach. Going to hand right up the middle. Was that Holt?
Yeah.
Aaron Holt, who was lined up in the backfield. He has been practicing back there, and Aaron will pick up 5 as he gets it up across the 45 to the 44. And again, Lance, as you said, 5 yards on first down. You got to pick up positive yards because you can do so many different things. If it's 3rd and long, you know you're going to throw it. And that's when these linebackers who are really good get a chance to either come or set back in a zone, but they kind of get to dictate what they want to do.
Exactly.
But 2nd and 5, the ball resting at the Whiteland 44. Another thing about this, it keeps that clock a-moving. 5:55 to play first quarter. Under center this time is Coates. He's going to hand to Hawkins. Trayshawn is not going to find any room. A flag will come down as well. Let's see what the flag is.
Hawkins was able to actually find 4 yards, too. He got stopped at the line of scrimmage, was able to fight his way for about 3 or 4 yards. That's going to be a holding on Seymour.
Yep, a holding penalty on the Owls. And you're right, Trayshawn looked like he was going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, was able to fight forward all the way down to the 40, but the holding penalty will nullify that and bring the ball back 10 yards and be a 2nd down and long situation. So,
and penalties are also going to hurt.
Yeah,
too, because
those are killers.
That would have been a 3rd and 1. You could have done like 2 plays to get 1 yard, whether it's a screen, play action, but now it's going to be long, 2nd and 15. So now Whiteland's going to think they're going to have to throw it to get 15 yards.
But the Owls will line up in the wing T formation. Milliken will split out. Jackson and Hawkins are the slots. Under center is Coates. He's going to hand it to Hawkins on the jet sweep, and Trayshawn is hit back behind the line of scrimmage. And that time it was Abraham Gonzalez 5'11", 214-pound senior, able to get Trayshawn, and the Owls now faced with a 3rd and 20 back at the 40. What could have been a 3rd and 1 at the Whiteland 40 turns now into a 3rd and 21 from their own 40-yard line. As Coach Tyson Moore gives the play to Jackson Fox, who will then relay it to the team. The play clock is down to 7. It'll have to be a quick count. In the shotgun with 2 slots. Play clock at 2. At 1, there's the snap. Back to throw is Max. He's going to throw a screen to Aaron Holt. And he makes the catch, but then is hit immediately by Clayton Ratliff, another senior. You see that a lot. Senior. That's what they have. And that gain was, we'll give him a yard. It'll be benefit. No, we'll give him a yard. It says nothing, but nonetheless, it's 4th down and long on the other side of the 40-yard line, and Aaron Holt back in punt formation. Last time he did this, he was roughed. It's either been a roughing the kicker, and the first time was a punt return for a touchdown.
Marlon's got back off the pressure now.
There's the kick, and it's blocked. It's blocked, and it's going to be recovered by Whiteland inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. And guess who? Javon Denson Posey. You're going to hear that name a lot. He got the block. Lee Caden recovered, and Whiteland will set up 1st and 10 at the Seymour 29-yard line, and we'll get a look at their offense for the first time. You're right. They didn't even bring pressure that time, and they got the block. The roughing the penalty, they brought the punt block, and that was one of the reasons why they got the penalty. That time they were in punt return, but they were able to get out. Quarterback is Jonah Upchurch. The running back is Jordan Palmer. And the hand is a jet sweep to a name I don't even have on my list. That is Tyrese Nolan. Tyree Nolan, the ball carrier. Actually, I do have, I put the wrong number on my sheet. I put 17 instead of 37. That's why. So I was like, can you believe that first carry of the game? I don't have him on my, he picks up 9 on the play. That's actually not Palmer in the backfield. I believe that's Colton Ship back there.
Oh, as a sophomore, too.
And under center is Upchurch. And he is going to hand to Ship right up the middle. He's got a 1st down across the 20 to the 17-yard line, picks up 3. And it'll be a 1st down for the Warriors. And now Jordan Palmer does come in. He does. I think Palmer plays defense too.
So I saw number 2 as a linebacker for them. So a couple of possessions,
giving him a couple plays off. Now he does come in, and you can't miss Jordan Palmer. He's 6 foot 219, a senior. He's rushed for over 1,100 yards. He is the lone setback this time as Upchurch is under center. Sends a runner in motion. He gives it the jet sweep. And there's around left end, that is Braden Yates, the ball carrier, and he will carry it down inside the 5-yard line where the Warriors will have it 1st and goal. So they brought Braden Yates in motion. They gave him on the jet sweep, a 12-yard pickup, and Whiteland is 1st and goal at the Seymour 5-yard line.
Something I've noticed on their first 3 plays, every single play, they've brought somebody in motion. So we'll see if that continues all night. But the first 3 plays, they have everybody in motion, something to confuse the defense.
Being under center is Upchurch. Now they will shift out of their formation with 2 receivers to the right. I formation with Palmer, the setback. He will get the toss, and he will find room across the middle, and into the end zone he goes for the touchdown. So they take advantage of the block punts. They have a short field, and Jordan Palmer scores on a 5-yard touchdown run, and an extra point away from making it 14-0 after the 5-yard touchdown run by Jordan Palmer. His first carry of the game, and he's in for the end zone. Extra point attempt coming. Noah Pope. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 2:18 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. First quarter, Whiteland 14, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get SciHost Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with SIHO Insurance Services. At SIHO, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at siho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become SIHO Smart.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Whiteland went 4 plays, all rushing plays for 29 yards, took a minute 47 off the clock, capped off by a 5-yard rushing touchdown by Jordan Palmer as Whiteland extends their lead 14-0 with 2:18 to play in the first quarter.
There's the kick from Pope. Holt will take it at the 5, brings it up to the 15, and he's not going to get it to the 20. He's going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. Good coverage that time by Whiteland. And Seymour will start 1st and 10 deep in their own territory back at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, right when Aaron caught it, we caught it at the 5. Once he got to the 10, there was about 8 Whiteland players already past the Seymour blocker, so there's no chance by Aaron Holt to get any positive yardage.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 15. Seymour will send 2 receivers to either side. In the shotgun is Coach. He's going to give it to Hawkins. Bounces it to the left side. Gets a little yards. Maybe give him 1 or 2 on the play. Will be maybe even 3. Might give him forward progress. Give him 2 yards. 3 yards?
2.5.
2.5.
We'll round up to 3.
Yeah, the ball at the between the 18 and the 19-yard line, and they start at the 16. So you're right, about 2.5. We'll give him 3. 2nd and 7.
Schoolbook gave him 3, so we're good there.
Clock moving with 1:35 to play here in the first quarter. Coach in the shotgun, receivers to either side. Takes the snap, hands to Hawkins, sweep to the left. Hawkins has room across the 20, 25, up to the 40, and across the 40-yard line to the 43-yard line. Nice run there by Trayshawn. As he found room around the left end. Give him 24 on the carry and a first down for the Owls up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, give credit there to Charlie Bruce. He laid a big-time block on that left side where he got up slow, was limping. So Charlie Bruce putting his body on the line to put a nice block down for Trayshawn to pick up 24.
Receivers, 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. In the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap. Hands to Hawkins again. This time Trayshawn's not going to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be brought down. I'll give him forward progress. Still going to lose a yard, though. Maybe, actually, they'll move it up to the line of scrimmage, so they will give him forward progress up to the 43. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Seymour. The play clock is at 25. The game clock is at 48. So the Owls will have to run a play, maybe the last play of the quarter, unless it's an incomplete pass or.
Something I've also noticed for Seymour so far this first quarter, every time they snap the ball, it's been under at least about 8, 7, 6 seconds. So definitely wasting as much time as they can. Snapping the ball under 3 seconds.
Hawkins going to get the carry again. Tries to find room on the right end and doesn't. He runs out of bounds, gets pushed out of bounds. So that will force the Owls to run another play here in the quarter. Again, this time he is going to lose a yard. He did not get back to the line of scrimmage, and Seymour's going to be faced with a 3rd and 11 as Abraham Gonzalez ran him out of bounds. Third and 11. Ball resting at the 42-yard line. Again, the play comes in. Seymour will, again, snap it less than 10 seconds. 2 receivers to either side. There's a snap. Back to throw his Coach. He throws the out to Milliken, who makes a nice catch. Going to be short of the first down, but he makes a nice diving catch up at the 48-yard line. It's going to be short by about 4 yards. will give him 7 or 6 on the catch, and that should be the last play of the first quarter as he stayed in bounds. The Owls will be forced to go for it on 4th down when play resumes in the second quarter. After one period of play, it's Whiteland 14, Seymour nothing. Back in a minute, you're listening to Seymour Football.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stahl Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stahl Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Back here at Bullitt Stadium after one quarter of play, Whiteland in front by a score of 14-0. Jay Hubbard along with Lance Hubbard as we covered Seymour tonight. Sectional number 14, first round action. Winner of tonight's game will play Columbus East next Friday at home. The other half of the bracket has Franklin playing at East Central. There's a snap on 4th down. Hawkins will get the carry, and he's not going to get nearly enough. He's only going to get a yard on the play. They tried to fool Whiteland by running the draw play, and simply there wasn't anywhere to go. A 1-yard pickup, and the Owls will turn the ball over on downs as Whiteland will take it 1st and 10 at the Seymour 49-yard line. Warriors only had one offensive possession in the first quarter, and that was as a result of the block punt. Of course, they had the 70-yard punt return, so the punt team has the punt team, Seymour's punt team, and Whiteland's punt return team has been the biggest story of that first quarter, directly resulting in one touchdown and setting up a second for the Warrior. Upchurch is under center. He's got Palmer behind him in the I formation. He'll send a runner in motion. He'll give to Palmer. Left side, a big hole. Runs over a Seymour tackler all the way down to the 31-yard line. But I tell you what, he wasn't even touched until he was a good 15 yards down the field. Going to pick up 15 on the play. Yeah, he wasn't even touched until he got to about the 39-yard line. So 15-yard gain for Palmer. Of course, the Owls are minus a couple players defensively tonight. Braden Riley, leading tackler, Nehemiah Jones, also both not playing because of injury. Under center is Upchurch. He'll shift the tight end over to the right side. Now he sends a motion in left to right. He gives it to the sweep. The guy in sweep up the middle, 20. It's Braden Yates all the way down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. That's a pickup of 16. And another first down. 15-yard gain for Yates. And Whiteland has it 1st and 10 at the Seymour 17-yard line. Again, Upchurch comes up under center. He's got 2 receivers to the right. This time it's a slot formation. And back to throw is Upchurch. He throws it out. The pass is complete to Eli Taylor, and he will break a tackle and go into the end zone for a touchdown. Had him right there about the 10-yard line. He simply got out of the tackle and then high-stepped it into the end zone for the touchdown. That's a 17-yard touchdown pass.
That's the first pass they've thrown all night, too.
And Whiteland on the board again as they score with 10:36 to play. And in to attempt the extra point is Noah Pope. There's a snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 10:36 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Whiteland 21, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Tired of banks that see you as a number and not a neighbor? At the People's Bank, we know your name, your family, and your goals. We offer the same modern services, online banking, mobile deposits, and low-rate loans, but with the personal touch only a hometown bank can give. Switch today and discover the difference. A bank that puts you first. Your neighbors, your community, your hometown bank. The People's Bank. Bank where you belong. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
There's the kick from Noah Pope. It's Milliken this time who will take it at the 10-yard line and gets it up to the 22-yard line, where the Owls will set up 1st and 10. Last drive, you want to give the details on that last drive?
Oh, yeah, they went three plays for 49 yards, only taking a minute and 24 seconds off the clock, capitalized by a 17-yard touchdown pass from Jonah Upchurch to Eli Taylor. Then Chris Ridley, 21-0, 10.5 minutes to go, and there's a Seymour player who is down.
Lance, I want to take an opportunity. I kind of got caught up there at the beginning of the game. I was running short on time. I didn't have a chance to, but I want to say hi to a very good friend of the Seymour program that is listening in tonight. Mickey Beck is been under the weather the last few days, and Mickey is home tonight. He's listening to the broadcast. I hope he's listening to the broadcast. But Mickey, we just want to send out our heartfelt wishes for a speedy recovery. We cannot wait to have you back with us, working the scoreboard or sitting in the stands or taking care of the officials, whatever your job is. But we miss you, and we wish the best of your recovery. And we certainly want to see you back here real soon. So Mickey Beck not with us tonight. Bud's taking over his role tonight. But Mickey, we're thinking of you, and we miss you and hope to see you really soon. Hope you are listening and enjoying the broadcast. Alex Milliken was the injured out, but he comes out of his own. Right now, the handoff is to Aaron Holtz as two running backs in the backfield and nowhere to go for Holt as he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. I might give him a yard on the play. That's a generous yard if it is.
No.
That was a very generous yard if they gave him that, but they'll mark it at the 24-yard line where he will be a 2nd down and 10. Clock moving with 10 minutes to play. 21-0. Whiteland in front. Milliken splits out to the right. To the left is Charlie Bruce. In the shotgun is Coach. He hands to Hawkins, and Trayshawn will get short yardage around the right end, able to fight forward across the 25 up to maybe the 26-yard line. They might even give him the 27. They will. Put it between the 26 and 27, a pickup of 3 on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Seymour. But again, faced with a 3rd and long situation. Charlie Bruce will come in, and Holt will come out. Seattle will more than likely go to the spread offense on a 3rd down and 6. And actually, they're going to have to take a timeout. Play clock was down to 4, and they hadn't even broke the huddle yet. So timeout on the field, 9:06 to play, first half. Whiteland 21, Seymour nothing. We're back in 30. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your fairy tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous fairy tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love from the Tooth Fairy.
9:06 to play first half. Whiteland in front 21-0. Following the timeout, Seymour will have a 3rd and 6 at the 27-yard line. Again, they'll split 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Coach in shotgun. Now they'll bring Fox back to the left side. Trips now to the left. Coach takes the snap. He rolls to the left. He's got some time, steps up, he throws, and it's going to be picked off. Intended for Fox, and Dane Kuntz, who had the punt return for a touchdown, leaped up and made the interception, and Whiteland will take over 1st and 10 in Seymour territory at the 39-yard line. That was actually a nice play by Kuntz. Not only did he read the pass, but he was able to keep his at least 1 foot in bounds because it was right at the sideline. And
you need 2 feet in high school, don't you?
Do you need 2 in high school?
Sure you need 2 in high school, and there's only 1 in college.
There's so many rules I can never keep track. But he got both in. So Whiteland takes over, and under center is Upchurch. He'll shift now the tight end to the left side. He'll actually line up as a slot to the left. Palmer is the running back. He'll send running him back in motion. He'll hand, actually, it's not to Palmer, it's the running back Tyree Nolan, the backup running back, or not the backup, but he's kind of the fullback, and he will carry it down to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Jordan Palmer, we talked about him. He has over 1,100 yards. He also plays defense, so he takes a couple plays off, and Whiteland has some different guys they bring in. Most of them are seniors. Again, they'll start out with the tight end to the left this time. Nolan is the deep back in the I formation. Back to throw is Upchurch. He rolls to the right. He looks, wants to throw downfield. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he's got room, 30, 25, and he's pushed out of bounds. Inside, let's see where they mark him out. It's going to be a 1st down. Actually, they'll mark him right at the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 11. The outside good coverage that time. He wanted to go deep to his receiver, Eli Zaire, who had gone deep at the outside good coverage, but unfortunately, they didn't have any pressure on the quarterback, and Upchurch simply kept it and ran it and got it down to the 25-yard line for a 1st down. Palmer back into the game now. He lines up in the I formation. And they'll shift over. Actually, they'll shift now to a single back as 3 receivers go to the left. Upchurch will pitch it to Palmer, and he will follow those guys on the left side, and he'll take it down the sideline. He runs over a Seymour tackler, gets it inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 4-yard line where the Warriors will set up 1st and goal. 21-yard gain, and that's about as easy of a 21-yard gain as you're going to see. He simply, the only time he got touched was he ran over a tackle, ran over a Seymour player.
Where he got tackled.
And where he got tackled, exactly. Upchurch will under center this time.
Just got to look that Whiteland has some big eyes up front.
They are big.
So that's what's going to lead him to. That's why, main reason why he has 1,100 yards.
This time they'll give it to the guy in motion, and he goes into the end zone, and that is Tyree Nolan. It's a 4-yard touchdown run for Tyree Nolan. And Whiteland extends their lead now to 27-0. And in to attempt to the extra point is Noah Pope. As there's a snap, it's a high snap. Good job by the holder to get it down, and Pope puts it through. 7:42 on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships scoreboard. It's Whiteland 28, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
New Legacy Wealth Management understands the significance of financial planning and the impact it has on your future. Our location in Seymour, New Legacy Wealth Management, makes it easy to navigate your needs. Hi, I'm Matt DeSablon, and together we can personalize financial strategies, helping you with retirement, education savings, and investment growth. Working with a professional not only ensures you're making informed decisions, peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy Wealth Management. To start building your legacy today, call us at 812-271-2000.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Whiteland goes 39 yards in 4 plays. Took a minute 17 off the clock, capped off by a 4-yard rushing touchdown by Tyree Nolan, his first of the night, as they extend their lead 28-0, 7:42 remaining in the first half.
Noah Pope has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep is Aaron Holt and Alex Milliken. And there's the kick. It's a short kick that Holt will come up and catch at the 16. Tries to find room on the left side and is swarmed. Actually lost the football. That was Alex Milliken. And Alex lost the football, and Whiteland recovers. And that was Magnus Christian. Or Christian Magnus, excuse me. A senior who got the recovery. And Whiteland will take it 1st and 10 at the Seymour 23-yard line. Alex Milliken on the return, and I don't think he thinks somebody just got their hand in there and poked it out. So the Warriors set up shop in Seymour territory. Again, perfect position. As Upchurch has Palmer behind him. Takes the snap, back to throw. He's going to throw it into the end zone. That's going to be tipped away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Cooper Smith and Charlie Bruce, both back there. Pass was intended for Eli Taylor, but Bruce and Smith had good coverage and knocked it away. I thought for a moment they might have had a chance to intercept it, but incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. I hate to say this, but you almost think that that's just they just took a chance because they know they're going to get a 1st down by giving it to Palmer. It's like
or a jet sweep.
Or the jet sweep. Whatever they've done to run the football, they've picked up 10-plus yards about every time.
Yeah, the only times they picked up a 3-yard, multiple 3-yard runs and a 4-yard runs, but the next highest is a 9-yard run, which set up a short yardage.
Upchurch this time in motion, and he's going to give it to Palmer right up the middle. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, fights his way down forward inside the 15-yard line. That's close to a 1st down. I think it will be a 1st down. Let's see. Maybe. It's right at the sticks. Official's going to have to come over and check it himself to see. It's either going to be 3rd and inches or 1st and 10. And it's a 1st down. So they give him the 1st down. 10 yards, and it's 1st down and 10 for Whiteland at the Seymour 14-yard line. Again, Palmer, it's not really an I formation. The fullback is just a step off to the left side. Same principles, though. The handoff is to Palmer, and he stuck up right at the line of scrimmage this time. Good job by the Owls defense. Who was that in there? Got in there first. I think Jacob Dow might have been the one that was there. Also, Alexis Cisneros. Alex Cisneros.
He was the first one to hit him. He's the nose tackle on the center, made a move around him to hit him right at the line of scrimmage.
Pickup of a yard. 2nd down and 9. Whiteland with the ball at the Seymour 12-yard line. Clock moving with 6:40 to play here in the 2nd quarter, and the Warriors in front 28-0. Upchurch. Under center, they push the fullback to the right 2 steps. Palmer the setback. Palmer will get the carry. Big hole on the left side. He bounces it to the left, and a nice tackle there to save a touchdown. For the time being, that was Nolan Bartels, who got Palmer, not before Palmer gets 6 yards, so it's going to be a 3rd down. Well, that hole was right there. I thought he was going to basically walk into the end zone, and Bartels made the tackle. Had he not made that tackle, it would have been a touchdown. But faces now a 3rd and 3 at the 6-yard line. And I think Whiteland's thinking 4-down territory. They want to get that score up to 35. Upchurch has it under center. Back to throw. Throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for Peyton Williams. Alex Milliken on the coverage. And it will be a 4th down for Whiteland, and I don't see them.
No, they're going for it.
Bringing in their kicking unit, so they're going to go for it on 4th down. They may run this down and, nope. So they may take up some time and run it down and call timeout.
It's actually nice coverage by Alex Milliken. Alex is 5'11", 155 pounds. He was going against the tight end, Peyton Williams, who's 6 foot, 222 pounds. So definitely a size difference there. So nice job for Milliken. Stick with them, forcing incomplete.
All right, 4th down. Let's see here if the Owls can get a stop here. Upchurch under center. He's going to pitch it to Palmer, and nope, Palmer's got plenty of room, and he'll get it into the end zone for the touchdown. Pitched it out to the right, and he found the hole, and he hit it, and nobody touched him until he got into the purple. That's a 6-yard touchdown run for Palmer. 2nd touchdown run of the game for the senior, and Whiteland in front by a score of 34-0. And in to attempt the extra point is Noah Pope. There's the snap. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 5:30 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Whiteland 35, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Whiteland goes 23 yards in 5 plays, took 2 minutes and 6 seconds off the clock, capped off by a 6-yard rushing touchdown by Jordan Palmer, his 2nd of the game, as Whiteland once again extends their lead 35-0. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
You know, not that the Owls have done a whole lot to stop them, but I will say this, that they have taken advantage of the situations, right? They had a 70-yard punt return. They took advantage of the block punt to go short yardage. They had a fumble on the kickoff, recovered to go short yardage. They had the interception to go short yardage, and they stopped the Owls on downs. I think all 5 of their drives have been inside of Seymour territory. And the return that time by Milliken, he gets it across the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line where the Owls will set up shop 1st and 10.
Yeah, and you said their starting position, besides that punt, their worst starting position is Seymour's 49. They start at their 29-yard line, score a touchdown. Their Seymour's 49, and then their 39, and then the 23-yard line. So the worst starting position is Seymour's 49.
So they've started every possession in Seymour territory. Their offense doesn't need any help to begin with, and that's not helping them when they have short fields to go, that's for sure. In the shotgun is Coates. He's going to hand. Nope, he keeps it right up the middle. He's going to have close to a 1st down carry. Nice read that time by Max as he faked it to Hawkins, and the Whiteland defenders went to him. Got 9 yards on the carry up to the 40-yard line, where it'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. And somebody just texted me and says, is the running clock in effect in the postseason? It sure is.
But only in the second half.
Yeah, only in the second half. It only takes effect in the second half. It is effective all the way up until the state finals. It is not in play in the state finals. In the shotgun is Coates. He's going to hand to Hawkins, and Trayshawn gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 2 yards. Javon Denson Posey is the one who brought him down. A loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Seymour back at their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's tough to get anything as Trayshawn Hawkins is trying to evade defenders a couple yards beyond the line of scrimmage. That's just Whiteland having big guys up front, just plowing through our offensive linemen to get to the tackles.
And the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap, keeps it, and is going to have a first down. Again, a nice read that time as he faked the handoff to Aaron Holt, kept it himself, gets it up across the 41 to about the 42. He needed 4. He got 5. Needed 3 and got 4. There we go. Needed 3 and got 4. And it is a first down for Seymour up at the 42-yard line. Clock moving with 3:50 to play here in the second quarter. Whiteland in front 35-0. 2 receivers will split out to the left, 1 to the right. Double slots with Coates. Max takes the snap, straight back to throw. Now he rolls out to the left. He lobs it down the field, and the pass is picked off. It was intended for Jackson Fox. It was over his head. It was picked off by Jake Clemmy, a senior. Second interception of the game thrown by Max, and that one just got away from him.
Yeah.
Sailed. He had Jackson open, and then he just sailed it over his head.
Yeah, he was thrown to Jackson. I think Jackson, if he went for the ball, I think he could have jumped up to get it, but he thought it was going over his head to Everett Jackson, the other receiver out there, and Jackson didn't go for it because he thought it was going to Fox. So just miscommunication, and Whiteland, for the first time tonight, starting their own territory, and that's not something you say with 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Well, their own territory, but the 48.
Hey, but it's their own territory.
It's their own territory.
For the first time tonight.
Own 48-yard line. I formation, running back there this time is Tyree Nolan. Now they'll split it out to double slots. Upchurch under center. And the give is to Nolan. And he gets it across the 40 and down inside the 30 or 40-yard line down to the 37-yard line. He picks up good yardage on first down, 15 on the carry, and he'll bring up a first down again at the 36-yard line. Clock moving, 3:20 to play here in the first half. As Whiteland will take a couple extra seconds and get to the line of scrimmage. Can't tell if that's Palmer back there this time or not.
Yeah, so
is it Palmer? Okay. And Palmer's going to get the carry, sweep left, and he'll be hemmed in this time and gets it up to down to the 30-yard line. Good pickup of about 6 on first down. We'll give 5, 31-yard line. Second down and 5. Anthony Rohde on the stop. Also, Maddox or Nolan Bartel is in there as well. Clock moving, 2:25 to play as Whiteland comes to the line of scrimmage. I formation this time. Always start out in the formation, then they'll shift out of it into a different formation sometimes. Actually, they'll stay in it. Back to throw is Upchurch. He's going to throw it across the middle. Pass is complete to Zaire, and Eli Zaire down across inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. That's a pickup of 14, and it'll set Whiteland up first and 10 at the Seymour 17-yard line. That was a nice throw by Upchurch.
That was nice. That was also a nice fake because once he faked it to Palmer to the left side, almost all the Seymour defensive linemen and linebackers went to the run as Upchurch was hiding the ball behind him and was able to make a on-the-run throw to Zaire for a big gain.
2 receivers split to the left. Single formation. They have a double tight end to the left. Palmer is the lone running back. In motion. The hand is to Palmer right up the middle. He's got room. 10. Breaks a tackle at the 5. Runs over a Seymour tackler into the end zone for a touchdown. 17-yard run for Jordan Palmer. 3rd touchdown of the run night for him. And Whiteland has put 40 on the board here in the first half, 41, and they will attempt the extra point. What was that, Lance, a 15?
17.
17-yard run.
Yep.
Noah Pope in to kick the extra points. Holder did a nice job last time to take a high snap. That's a better snap, and the kick is away, and the kick is good.
That was actually a different kicker.
That was a different kicker.
He has long hair. He's covering his number.
That's a girl. That's the girl kicker. Sure is. That is Haley Hillhouse. She is a 5'8" senior, and she booted that extra point right through. That's why you notice the extra loud cheer from the Whiteland crowd.
Yeah, I saw her warming up earlier outside, and they're kicking that. Wondering to see if they're bringing a different kicker.
A minute 28 to play, 42-0. Whiteland in front. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. Be back with more in just a moment.
Your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, is ready to help. Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills and backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort. Schedule an appointment today by calling Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air at 812-522-2070 or visit them online at SchneiderPlumbingandHVAC.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now Whiteland went 52 yards in 4 plays, 2 minutes and 6 seconds off the clock as they extend the lead 42-0. And Alex Milliken takes the return up to the 25, gets hit hard by one of the Whiteland defenders, but nice job holding on to the football. Seymour will run their offense once again.
2 receivers split to either side. In the shotgun is Coates. He's going to hand to Hawkins right up the middle. Trayshawn gets it up to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 4 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 6. Seymour has 2 timeouts, but I don't think Coach Moore is going to use them as the clock moves under a minute. By the way, coming up at halftime tonight, our halftime feature is with the new girls basketball coach, Nathan Owen. Girls basketball practice started this week. First game 2 weeks from tomorrow. And we'll talk with Coach Owen at halftime here tonight. Max keeps it this time. He bounces it to the left side and is going to get hit. Gets maybe a yard. We'll give him 2 on the play up to about the 33-yard line. And I think, is that Max?
Yeah.
And Max is still down. He took a pretty good shot from a Whiteland player, and he will stay down as Kyle Coates will come out and take a look at him.
Slash dad.
30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Whiteland in front 42-0. You know, we were talking a little bit there in the beginning, and obviously we knew this was going to be a tough challenge. I mean, we're not going to fool ourselves. You know, it was going to be a really tough challenge tonight for the Owls coming in. Whiteland, on the other hand, if you're Whiteland and you saw the draw that came out, you're licking your chops.
Oh, yeah.
Because not only are you playing probably the 5th best team in the sectional in Seymour, you're going to play the 4th best team in the sectional next week in East at home, and then you're going to play at home in the championship because we're in the bottom of the bracket against East Central. So
Franklin's
well, they'd be at Franklin, but Franklin's not going to beat East Central. So who? Aaron Holt is going to be the quarterback, and he's going to keep it, and he will get tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and that should end the first half. Whiteland's not going to call a timeout. By the way, Max did come off. I think maybe he just got his bell rung.
Yeah, he came off his own power walking off. He was like stretching his head out
just
a bit.
got hit pretty good. Knocked the wind out of him, we'll hope anyway. That brings us to the end of the first half of play. With the score, Whiteland 42, Seymour nothing. Back to start our halftime activities in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Seyho smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Seyho Insurance Services. At Seyho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at seyho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Seyho Smart.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at BeattyInsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
The doctors at Connor Smith Eye Center in Seymour are proud to have cared for the vision needs of the community since 1998. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Don't miss your yearly exam. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Halftime here at Bullitt Stadium with Whiteland in front by a score of 42-0. Our halftime guest is new girls basketball coach Nathan Owen. Our halftime show brought to you by Prosperity Financial Insurance and Investments. We're back to talk with Coach Owen. In a moment, you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC. Halftime here as the Owls take on Whiteland. And our halftime feature as we've run our gauntlet on fall sports, so it's time now to turn our attention to winter sports, and it won't be long. Girls basketball actually started practice officially this past Monday. And their first game is 2 weeks from tomorrow when they will open at Salem. And this year on the girls basketball sideline, a new face, not necessarily new face, but a new role. Nathan Owen is the new head girls basketball coach. He had been the assistant with Coach Longmire the last 2 years, I think. And then he had a previous stint as well as an assistant coach. But now he's the head coach. And Coach, first of all, congratulations. Obviously, when you heard about Coach Longmire stepping down, this was something you obviously wanted, so you pursued it and got it. So congratulations. Tell me about the so far how the role of head coach has been.
Well, thank you. First off, it's exciting to be here. Love having these girls as part of this program. That's the main thing that made me want to come and be the head coach. I thought about the ups and downs we had last year that you watched and seen. I think everybody knew that. And I just wanted to be able to help these girls go to that next level. So far this year has been exciting. And we've only had one official practice, but in conditioning, the girls got after it. They're a very tight-knit team. And so I think that they're going to be able to accomplish a lot of things.
Talk a little bit about how the summer went. With this day and age, HSA rules, you never really have an off season. It doesn't seem like you're always you're having some kind of control. And I know during the month of June, you hit it really hard from a team standpoint. Tell me about how the summer went for you.
The summer I thought went really well. The girls they started off kind of unsure about themselves. And as the summer went on, you could just see that confidence grow. We played a lot of different teams that we're not used to playing, which I like that because we got to see things that we're not used to seeing. Our conference and sectional, obviously, same teams, so everybody knows everybody so well. So it was good to get out there in the unknown, playing some gyms that are great gyms to play in that they're not familiar with. And as the summer went on, the girls started to realize what they can and can't do offensively, and then they really grasped that defense. And so just to see that with that really unstructured summer format, it just makes it, exciting to see what we're going to be able to do in the season.
I thought last year, obviously it was a struggle early, and then we had that tournament at Scottsburg that really, I thought, kind of turned our season around. And I thought the second half of the year, we played some really good basketball. Certainly, as you look at this year, you lose some people from last year from graduation. Greer Henry is going to be a tough one to replace, but the majority of last year's team is back, and the success, the positivity that we had the second half of the year certainly had to be a bright spot as we head into this year as far as who is returning.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about how we look at ourselves. One thing we talked about at the very end of the summer was we can keep looking at that down part of the season, or we can actually look at where we're at. And when you look at the second half of the season in the summer, we're 18-4. Now, yeah, we play different level opponents sometimes, but the fact of the matter is the girls have to start looking at where they can be and their potential. I think they are, and so if they continue to do that, we can continue to grow.
Let's talk a little bit about this team. Obviously, the seniors are I want to start with them as far as being the leaders. Sophie Skidmore, Emmy Munson will be 3-year starters for this team, and then obviously you got a couple more as well. Abiotti, who I thought improved immensely last year. You got a really good senior class to lead this team, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. All 7 are going to be strong for us. Kelsey's moved from a junior, in athletics up to a senior. You can count on any of those 7 girls to get in there this year, play defense. They're going to be unselfish. I think that they are just hungry to be able to show what they can do. And that's the exciting thing. They do see themselves as a group. They don't exclude the juniors by any means when I say that, but I think they are taking pride in this being their senior year, and they really want to get after some things that they haven't accomplished in the past.
When you look at this team right now, and as we sit here and talk on a Tuesday, as you said, you've had one official practice, but you've gotten to know this team over the summer. But as we sit here right now with still 2 weeks before the season start, where do you feel the strength of this team is right now?
Our strength right now is in the belief of the defense. And then the other strength that I'm seeing is the understanding of when we can run and when we can't run on offense. The ladies have started to figure out if we can not turn over that basketball, if we take care of that basketball, we think our defense can defend and keep us in games. And so offensively, once we get to that point, and they're getting there, where they don't rush. We're quick, but we're not just going to rush into some turnovers. That's what they're working on. That's what they're getting to. And if we can do that, we'll see something special happen.
Yeah, and I don't want to harp on the negatives, but that was one of the downfalls last year was the turnovers. So we had games where we just simply turned the ball over way too many times. And unfortunately, that led to the demise in some of those ball games. So that has to be something that this team has to improve on, is the ability not to turn the ball over and not give easy baskets to the other teams.
Yeah, absolutely. You hear a lot of talk about a 35-second shot clock. Our problem was we were in that 3 to 5 second shot clock mindset. We thought there's a cutter, we have to make that pass, and the girls are really starting to figure out we can work that basketball around and we can get to a great shot. We don't have to force things. But the good thing is they're always looking for opportunities. That's why those turnovers are happening. We just have to convince them, and they have to convince themselves it's not there. Let's look for something else now.
Yeah, I did. You said 7 seniors. I guess and I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, we do have 7 seniors. So this will be and most of these seniors have seen varsity action. I think you got a couple that may have moved up, played some as a junior on the JV, but for the most part, all of these girls have had varsity experience. So from that standpoint, it's nice to know that they are going to be equipped to play at this level at the start of the season.
Yeah, with that comes the expectations. We need to be the aggressor.
Mhm.
You know, we're no longer young. We like to think of ourselves as young, but we're not. So this is the year where we come out with our experience and we're the aggressor. We get in people's faces on defense. We contest every single shot, and we just try to make things happen offensively.
We look at our schedule. I was looking from top to bottom. I think there are a couple changes. I think one, we don't play Rushville this year. I think we're at Corydon, so that's a change. We play again in the Scottsburg tournament. So the schedule is very similar. I think Bedford's moved up a little bit early in the year this year. But when you look at our schedule from top to bottom, it's a good quality schedule. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, this is a schedule that anybody should want to be able to play in. You know, there wasn't 1A when I played, but I would be at a 1A school if I went to the same high school I did then. And I'm not putting down anything like that, but I'm just telling you the schedule at this 4A level, you have to be ready to play every single night. I mean, you're going to play. It's just great. You're going to play against Division I players, Division II players, you know, that have already committed. And these girls need to take that opportunity to just get after and compete.
We look at the conference. Obviously, Floyd Central had a great year last year, won the sectional. They're going to be strong again, but this conference has a lot of new coaches. We talked about that before we started recording, the fact that Bedford's got a new coach. New Albany, I think, has got a new coach. Obviously, Seymour's got a new coach. So there's some new faces in the conference this year.
Yeah, and everybody's hungry, so it's going to make it exciting. The other thing that makes it exciting is Floyd last year. They broke that Bedford string, you know, and I just think Bedford has a phenomenal program. But you could just see that, you know, I talked to New Albany's coach, and, you know, that rivalry, you know, is just going to be so strong. And I just think the conference is going to be stronger than what it's been overall, you know, across the board in a long time. I think all these new coaches are great. I've got to know all of them but one. And then I just think the way that everybody loves the school that they're at, you know, the Hoosier Hills Conference is going to be one of the best in the state again.
You've also got some new coaches on the roster this year, and I say I don't want to call them kids, but I was broadcasting when they were playing. So, but tell me about the new coaching staff. It's you and the ladies, I guess.
Yeah, Coach Williams, Coach Girth, Coach Gentry, all three former Lady Owls, all three former college basketball players. I couldn't ask for a better staff. The girls are excited to have them, and that's one of my goals for the program, was to get as many Lady Owls back into this program. You know, I want every former player to look at this program and be proud of it, and just know that they're still a part of it. You know, I don't care how long you've been graduated, but, you know, just look at what their success was, and they can now share that with the girls. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Well, and I know Coach Williams in particular is in charge of the youth program, and I know that's something that I've seen a lot of social media posts about talking about the youth program, getting the youth program involved, and really that's where programs start, is at that level, doesn't it?
Yes, and this year for fifth grade, for example, we're up to 39 girls. Last year was 20. So as long as we can keep getting those numbers, you can really build a program. We want all the girls in Seymour to play basketball. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But if you can get numbers like that and get girls excited about basketball, you know, good things are going to happen.
2 weeks from Saturday, between now and then, what are some of the things that you're going to work on to get these girls ready for that opening night?
Well, overall, everything, but definitely defense. You know, we have to be able to stop 100% of transition. And if we can't stop transition, games are lost, I believe, in transition. I always say defense, you know, keeps you in the game. Offense controls the tempo, but games are won and lost in transition. It goes back to those turnovers.
Sure.
So we are going to be working on our offense of what we want as a base. Obviously, we'll build on it and add sets throughout the year, but our defense has to be solid from game one.
Well, I can't tell you how excited I am to get started. Again, 2 weeks from tomorrow, the Lady Owls will be on the road at Salem. Once again, we'll be there to every step of the way. Coach, looking forward to working with you, not only during the game, but throughout the season. And best of luck in your first year. And hopefully it's a great ride, but looking forward to the journey, and I appreciate the time here tonight.
Same to you, and thanks for everything you do for this community and the Seymour Lady Owls. We appreciate you.
Again, Seymour girls basketball team practice underway this week. They'll open the season 2 weeks from tomorrow at Salem, and we look forward to bringing you all the action of Seymour basketball once again this year. Back with more from with more from Seymour. It's Seymour and Whiteland. You're listening to 92.7 WXKU.
Rooted in Jackson County, Prosperity Financial aims to provide exceptional service and guidance to all who come through our doors. Retirement planning, wealth management, college planning, life insurance, and Social Security analysis are just a few of the services we offer. Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and myself, Ryan Benter, are here to help. We're located at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or give us a call at 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
Tired of banks that see you as a number and not a neighbor? At the People's Bank, we know your name, your family, and your goals. We offer the same modern services, online banking, mobile deposits, and low-rate loans, but with the personal touch only a hometown bank can give. Switch today and discover the difference. A bank that puts you first. Your neighbors, your community, your hometown bank. The People's Bank. Bank where you belong. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162. Halftime here with Whiteland in front by a score of 42-0. Both teams are back out. About a minute and a half yet before we start second half. Lance, a quick look at first half statistics.
Whiteland's quarterback Jonah Upchurch was only 2 for 3 for 31 yards and a touchdown. His touchdown pass was to Eli Taylor. It was a 17-yard touchdown pass. His other completion was to Eli Zier, who had one catch for 14 yards. Running the ball for a team, they had 17 carries for 160 yards, averaging 9.41 yards per carry with 4 team touchdowns. Jordan Palmer led the way, 9 carries for 87 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tyree Nolan had 4 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown, and Braden Yates had 2 carries for 27 yards. For Seymour, Max Coates was 3 for 7 for 11 yards and 2 interceptions. Alex Milliken had 2 catches for 11 yards. Running the ball as a team, they only had 21 carries for 33 yards, averaging 1.58 yards per carry. Tristan Hawkins led the way, 11 carries for 22 yards, and Max Coates added 7 carries for 10 yards. Seymour, however, did run more plays than Whiteland. They had 28 plays compared to Whiteland's only 20. Whiteland did, however, have more first downs. They had 10 compared to Seymour's 4. Each team only had 1 penalty. Seymour's was a holding of 10 yards. Whiteland was a personal foul of 15 yards. Whiteland has forced 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble recovery.
Second half, of course, will be played with a running clock with the 35-point plateau, and Seymour will kick it off to Whiteland to start the second half. Before we start, I want to mention again, good luck to the Seymour boys and girls cross-country teams as they will run in the regional tomorrow at Evansville at Angel Grounds. That's hosted by Mater Day. Both coaches joining me on the pregame, saying a realistic goal would be a top 10 finish for the teams down there at regional. Hopefully get their personal bests and do as well as they can. But good luck to both of those teams. And, of course, girls basketball and girls wrestling officially started practice this week. Girls swimming starts practice on Monday next week. So it won't be too long before we'll get the winter sports underway. And, of course, our first basketball game is 2 weeks from Saturday. Seymour girls will open at Salem. We can honestly say that we're not sure what station will be on for the simple reason they haven't listed the IU football start time for that Saturday. So
Friday. Oh, never mind.
If they play in the evening, then we'll have to move it to ZZB. If they play a 12 o'clock game or even a 3:30 game, we'll do it on 92.7. But that's 2 weeks down the road, so we'll discuss that when it happens. So again, the Owls are set to key it off as Medina will try the onside kick, and the Owls recover, but it didn't go 10 yards. Yep. The Owls got it. Cooper Smith recovered it, but he caught it about the 49-yard line, clearly before the 10-yard plateau. And so Whiteland, I think that's a illegal touching penalty, and I think Whiteland can choose to take the ball right there. They can either make him kick it again, or they can take the ball where it was illegally touched at, and that's what they'll do. They'll take it at the 49-yard line. And Lance, you're going to have to help me because although they do have their starters in there, the way they start at the halftime, their reserve players all stayed out there. They were making sure everybody knew. So I figured they would play their reserve players right off the bat, but the starters at least stay in there for the first possession.
I'm sure they'll run either possession or two and let the backups come in.
Yeah, you don't have the 5 rule. You usually have the 5-quarter rule where JV players can't play until the 4th quarter, but that is not in effect anymore. So Whiteland starts at the Seymour 49. Again, Upchurch is the quarterback. He will hand to Braden Yates, who goes up the middle and carries it all the way down to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 13. And it'll be a first down. Of course, we have learned, though, that on the running clock, it stops on end of quarter, timeouts, and after the extra point.
Once the referee signal, that's good. And injury timeouts.
And injury, yeah. So injuries, timeouts, end of quarter, and at the end of the extra point. Upchurch, back to throw. He pump fakes. Now he's going to run it himself as he takes it down the left side, 30. And he runs out of bounds. He wanted to go deep. The outside good coverage downfield. So Upchurch kept it himself and takes it down inside. He actually will gain 11 yards and pick up a first down on the carry as he gets it down to the 25-yard line. First and 10, Whiteland at the Seymour 25-yard line. Upchurch under center. He's got receivers to either side. Jordan Palmer, the running back, I formation. Brings a man in motion. And we'll hand to Palmer. Now we got a whistle and a flag. And it's an illegal motion. I'll tell you what had happened. The guy in motion, I think, had to avoid Upchurch's feet and kind of came back and then came forward before the snap was made. So it's a 5-yard penalty, and it'll come back to the 30-yard line.
That's only the third penalty combined for both teams all night tonight. Each team only had one penalty in the first half.
So first and 15 at the Seymour 30. Double tight ends, receivers to either side. The lone setback is Palmer. Upchurch, and again, false start.
The tight end went a little earlier than the left
side. The tight end moved early, so Whiteland moves back another 5 yards, and this will, I guarantee you, drive Coach Fisher nuts on the other side. By the way, Darren Fisher, the head coach at Whiteland in his 21st year, talked about this in the pregame show. For those that are listening that know who I'm talking about, he was college roommates with the late Tracy Bullard, former player at Seymour High School, was college roommates with Tracy and very fond of Tracy. Back to throw is Upchurch. He will throw down the field. The pass is incomplete. Jacob Dow intended for Peyton Williams. Jacob Dow was on the coverage, as was Charlie Bruce. Good coverage by both of those guys. It's incomplete, and it's second down and 20. And I will honestly say I don't mind that because the clock continues to run.
Yep.
If the clock wouldn't run, I would say, why are you throwing the football and stopping the clock? But
it's already been 4.5 minutes on this drive, and they've only ran about 3 to 4 plays.
I know, exactly. We're almost halfway done with the quarter, and it seems like the drive just started. 2 receivers to either side. Palmer, the lone setback. Back to throw is Upchurch. He wants to set up the screen. It's to Palmer, and a nice tackle there by Hawkins. Trayshawn Hawkins made a nice tackle on Jordan Palmer, and had he not made the tackle, Palmer had room to run. There was a lot of green. They set that screen up beautifully. They actually sent the receivers just straight down the field, and the Owl secondary went with them, and they left Palmer out there. That was open, and Hawkins made a nice tackle. Had he not made that tackle, I honestly think Palmer would have been in the end zone. Instead, it's 3rd and 13. Ball at the Seymour 28-yard line. Upchurch has not gone out of the shotgun one time. It's been under center every snap. Takes the snap, or he sends a man in motion. He hands to Palmer right up the middle. Got room, and he got tripped up by the turf monster, I think. I don't think a Seymour player got him. I think he wanted to cut, and he just lost his footing on the turf. And that'll bring up a 4th down for Whiteland at the 21-yard line, and no reason why they won't go for it.
See Seymour can get a stop.
Yeah, absolutely. See if Seymour can get a stop here defensively. And
you can say that you stop this powered offensive Whiteland, too. It's not their backup, it's still their starter.
At this point, you obviously, the game's out of question. There's no doubt. But you want to go out, especially the seniors. You want to make some plays. You want to finish your season on a positive note. Back to throw is Upchurch. He throws it out the front. The pass is caught, and they got a chance to bring him down before the line of scrimmage, and I think they do. Alex Milliken made the tackle, and it's going to be short. It is short by about a yard. Pass was complete by Eli Taylor, or caught by Eli Taylor, but it was short, and the Owls stop him on down. So a nice job by the Owls defense.
Also, a great tackle by Alex Milliken.
That was a great tackle by Alex, you bet.
One-on-one with Eli Taylor out there, and a couple plays in the first half. Alex Milliken got beat by him down sideline for a touchdown. It's nice job by Milliken reading that and making the one-on-one tackle. Only a 5-yard pass, and they needed 6. So nice job by the Owls defense.
So the Owls take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Max Coach, who was shaken up there at the end of the first half, is okay. Back into the lineup. He hands to Hawkins, and he goes nowhere. Yep. The guy he's a stud. Javon Denson Posey has been all over the place all night long, and he is a great football player. That's a loss of 4 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 14. In the shotgun is Coach. 3 receivers to the right. Straight back to throw. Wants to set up the screen to Hawkins. He does. Hawkins at the 15. Cuts up to the 20. Shakes a tackle at the 25 and goes down about the 26-yard line, but that should be enough for a first down.
Mark him at the 27.
Yep. Mark him at the 27, and that'll give him 15 on the play and a first down.
He had 14 and got 15.
Nice job that time by all counts to set up the screen.
A couple offensive linemen who are downfield, too, leading the block. Evan Von Haney was one of them, and Diego Aguilar was also another one up there.
2 receivers split to either side. In the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap, wants to throw a screen, complete to Milliken, and Milliken breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He gets it up across the 30. Fights his way forward to the 34-yard line. We'll give him 7 on that pass play. 2nd down and 3. Clock continues to move as we're down to 3:20 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Three receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun is Coates. He's got Hawkins to his left. Takes the snap, rolls out to the left. Looks downfield, throws it, passes incomplete, intended for Jackson Fox. Just wide of Jackson, threw it to the short side of the field and ran out of real estate was Jackson. That'll bring up a 2nd down back, or bring up a 3rd down, I beg your pardon, back at the 34-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for the Owls. Receiver split to either side. In the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap. He's going to hand to Hawkins, who tries to bounce it out to the right. He's going to be about a yard or two short of the first down. Bring up a fourth down. We'll give him 2 on the play. Bring up a 4th and 1 at the 36-yard line. Needs to get to the 37. Ball resting at the 36-yard line. 2 minutes and counting to play here in the third quarter. They'll spread out 2 receivers to either side. Coates in the shotgun, Hawkins to his right. Max throws it, and it's incomplete. Intended for Fox. I think there was some confusion between Fox and...
Fox. It was Jackson and his younger brother Jordan out there both on the left side.
Okay, Jackson and Jordan Fox, and I think there was some confusion on what the routes were, and the pass sailed over the head and incomplete. And it will bring up or give Whiteland the football 1st and 10 at the Seymour 36-yard line.
And now there are backups.
They do have some backups in there. Quarterback is Ethan Sturgill. He's a junior. Eli Taylor. The pitch is to Colton Shipp, a 5'11 sophomore, and he carries the ball up across the 35 to the 30. Well, they'll mark him at the 35-yard line, a pickup of a yard. Bring up a 2nd down and 9. Also in the game is Kyler Hardacre. He's one of the running backs. 2nd down and 9. In Sturgill, quarterback under center. Running back is Colton Shipp. In motion, they jet sweep to Braden Yates, and he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Actually, that wasn't Braden. That was 39. Isaiah Sneed, the ball carrier.
Guess what? Another senior.
And he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they stopped the clock. I think
a Seymour injury. Alex Milliken was limping.
Alex is limping, coming off the field. So I think once they get him off the field, they will line the clock. Whiteland doesn't have to run a play, and I don't think they're going to. They are not. They're going to let the clock run out. We've played 3 quarters of football. It's Whiteland 42, Seymour nothing. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to Seymour football. Well, I guess we'll just keep it right here. So we'll figure out the issue there. But we're starting the fourth quarter. I tell you what, that running clock, it moves by real quickly, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's been about 15-minute, 12-minute quarter. 12 minutes, and it took about 15 minutes off the clock because the only time to stop was twice on a changeover on downs for both teams. That's the only time to stop. So, quick moving third and fourth quarter.
So, Whiteland will have it 3rd and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll hand it off to Tyree Nolan. Actually, no, it's 47. Yeah, we're digging deep into our Awande Mamani, the running back, and he is stopped about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play there by the Owls defense. And it'll bring up a 4th and 11, and Whiteland will keep their offensive unit right there. And now Whiteland is going to take a timeout. 11:21 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It is Whiteland 42, Seymour nothing. Back in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stall Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stall Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Bob Boyner Family of Dealerships is happy to be supporting local high school athletics. You'll score big when you visit any of their locations for sales and service or their collision center for all your auto repair needs. They've been servicing South Central Indiana since 1979. Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships will also purchase your vehicle in the event you're not quite ready to sell or trade. Check them out, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, online at bobpointer.com.
Well, Whiteland has decided to punt the ball. Chris Brown is back in punt formation, and it's a high kick that will land out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. So not a bad kick that time by Brown as it marked it at the 19-yard line. And so the Owls will take over 1st and 10. Actually, they'll mark it right at the 20, I think. So 1st and 10 for Seymour at their own 20-yard line, as they'll have their second possession here in the second half as the clock continues to move here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget Indiana football tomorrow. Hoosiers home against UCLA, 12 o'clock kickoff. UCLA's won 3 in a row.
With their interim head coach, too.
So they will come in hot, but the Hoosiers, of course, having a memorable year. Max Coates keeps it, and Canes all the way up to the 35-yard line. Nice job by Max. He read that read option perfectly, and he brings it up across the 35 to the 36-yard line, a 16-yard gain. One of the best offensive plays yardage-wise of the night for the Owls. 36-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 receivers split to either side. Hawkins lines up to the right of Max. Back to throw. He throws the out, and it's incomplete. Intended for Milliken. Good defensive that time by the Whiteland defender, Connor Bishop, who read it, knocked it down. Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
You mentioned Seymour's Owls, their second biggest play of the game. Trisha Hawkins earlier in the game had a 24-yard rushing play. So
in the shotgun is Coates. Pump fakes this time. Wanted to go to Milliken. It was covered nicely. Now he's going to roll to the left. He's got some room. Gets it across the 40, 45 midfield. Breaks a tackle at the 45 and goes down to the 43-yard line. Nice job there by Max. He wanted the pump fake to Milliken, didn't get it, and then he took it himself around the left end and gains 20 yards. Good job by Coates. 1st down for Seymour at the Whiteland 44-yard line.
He's only a junior? Max Coates, he's only a junior, but that was a very high experienced, well played right there from Max.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rolls out to the right this time. Looks downfield, throws it, intended for Fox. Got it. Jackson has it out at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. Nice pitch and catch that time between Coates and Fox. And it's a 1st down for Seymour at the Whiteland 28-yard line. This is their farthest penetration of the night. 16-yard pass play from Coates to Fox. Max in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to hand it to Hawkins this time, and Trayshawn gets hit and brought down after a short gain. We'll give him 2 at the 26-yard line. Clock moves under 8 minutes. Unless something drastically happens, Lance, we're going to be done by 9 o'clock. Before 9 o'clock.
Sounds good to me. 8:45.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun is Coates. Takes the snap. Straight back to throw. Wants to set up the screen. Hawkins has it at the 25. Cuts back in at the 20. And will go down to the 15-yard line. That's another 1st down. And they now set up shop at 1st and 10, 11-yard pass play that time. At the 15-yard line. And the Owls, without a doubt, their best drive of the night, trying to finish it off here with a touchdown. Whiteland, 42-0 leaders. 7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the left. Coates keeps it himself this time, bounces it to the left side and gets it down inside the 10-yard line. Another good read on the read option by Max, 5-yard pickup. Gets it down to the 10-yard line. See what Seymour dials up here on 2nd and 5 at the Whiteland 10-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun is Coates. He's going to hand to Hawkins, bounces it to the left, now comes back to the middle, gets it inside the 5, down to the 3. That's a first down, and it'll be a 1st and goal for Seymour at the 3-yard line, 2 or 3-yard line with 6:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Clock moves under 6 minutes. Now is a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hawkins to the left of Max. Coates takes the snap, hands to Hawkins, up the middle, into the end zone, touchdown. Trayshawn Hawkins. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Owls are on the board as they drive down and score, and Adrian Medina will come in to attempt the extra points. Clock continues to move. Jacob Dow will snap it. Aaron Holt will hold it. Medina will kick it. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away. And the kick is no good. Wide to the left, I believe. 4:43 to play on the Bob Pointer family of dealership scoreboard. It's Whiteland 42, Seymour 6. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Back here at Seymour, as the Owls had a long-standing drive with multiple first downs. They had about 5 first downs that drive, resulting in a 3-yard touchdown run by Trayshawn Hawkins, as Whiteland still leads 42-6 with 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the game.
The Owls attempted onside kick, and I believe they recovered.
They did. It was nice,
they did.
Nice kick by Adrian. It was an end-over kick, had that big skip to the hop. A Whiteland defender could not recover it cleanly, and Brody Bulls was the one to hop on it. So Seymour recovers the onside kick, and they will start at Whiteland's 48-yard line. So nicely done by the special teams for the Owls.
So Adrian Medina, great onside kick, and the Owls recover, and now we'll set up shop again at the Whiteland 48-yard line. 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Coates is in the shotguns. Got Hawkins to his left. Actually, and Hawkins takes the carry, bounces it to the right, and he goes down right there at the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play. Oh, nope. We're going to mark it at the line of scrimmage. That's a generous mark at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run with 3:30 to play. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap. Coach back to throw. Wants to set up the screen. Does so. Pass is caught by Hawkins, and he will get it down to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. 6 on the play. Bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 4 from the 42-yard line. Empty the backfield. Actually, nope, 3 receivers. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Coach rows out to the right. Steps up, fires down the middle. Passes complete to Fox, and he'll go out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Pickup of 18 on the play. And a 1st down for the Owls at the Whiteland 24-yard line. Clock moving. Owls have to race against the time here because it's going to continue to move no matter what. This time the hand is to Hawkins. Up the middle. Across the 20. Down to the 15. And inside the 15. At the 15-yard line. We'll give him 9 on that carry. Bring up a 2nd down and 1. Two receivers split to either side. Coates in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Throws it, and it's incomplete through the hands of Milliken. Alex tried to run before he caught it that time. Tried to cut it back to the inside and went right through his hands. Bring up a 3rd and 1, and the Owls are going to take a timeout. They want to Coach Moore wants to make sure they try to get another touchdown here on this drive, and that would have taken a lot of time off because the clock continues to run. So timeout on the field, 1:42 to play. 42-6 your score. Back in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at utbsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
1:42 to play here in the ball game. Seymour trying to put another touchdown on the board before this game is concluded. Whiteland in control. They led 42-0 at halftime. It's 42-6. The Owls, after scoring, recovered an onside kick and trying now to score again. 3rd and 1. Hawkins will get the carry. He's going to get the 1st down. He tried to bounce it to the right. Play went to the left. He tried to come back to the right and lost his footing, which made it a short gain of 2 yards, but it is a 1st down. But unfortunately, again, the clock continues to move. The Owls are racing against the clock. It's down to 1:15 to play here. Coates takes the snap, hands to Hawkins, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He's going to continue to fight forward inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. And again, Coach Moore is going to take a timeout with 1:06 to play. It'll be a 2nd down and 4 for the Owls. We have a couple commercials we got to get to, so we'll step aside. Back in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
1:06 left to play here in the ball game. Seymour a 2nd down and 5 at the Whiteland 8-yard line. The Owls trying to punch in a touchdown here before the conclusion of the game. Coates in the shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Takes the snap. He rolls to the left. He's got time, throws it into the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Alex Milliken makes the catch. That's an 8-yard touchdown pass from Max Coates to Milliken. Seymour's going to go for 2, I think. Yeah, the Owls are going to keep their offense in there and go for 2. This very well might be the last play of the game. Clock is moving still with 35 seconds. They still haven't started the play clock, so Seymour can argue this might be the last play of the game right here. Clock is down to 20 seconds. The Owls will go for 2. Coates in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Gives to Everett Jackson, the Philly special. He's going to run it in himself, and he scores. He wanted to throw it, but Milliken wasn't open, so Jackson kept it himself. He took it into the end zone. They stopped the clock with 11 seconds to play. I'm surprised that the official just didn't start it up. I think he should just start it up, and that we should end it on that note right there. Well, I think we're going to make the Owls kick it. Oh, the fireworks are going off. That's good. Do we kick another onside?
Yeah, you definitely try another onside.
Another onside. Let's try another onside. Well, the problem is it's going to run the clock out because then you call timeout. No, you don't do that. No, you don't do that. You finish it on a strong. That was a good way to finish the game. 42-14. Medina has it teed up at the 40. Lance says we try an onside kick and then call timeout and throw a Hail Mary. Sure, why not? Well, Whiteland's got their hands unit in there this time. They've got some players in there, some guys that might be more familiar with the onside. Medina looks like he's going to try it again on this side. Here he comes. Yep, he is. Sure is. And it's recovered by Whiteland, and the clock will run out. And that should be it. Yep,
it was good for Medina. It was a nice little.
That was a nice
end over to
it was
the end, but
right.
It didn't take that big hop that happened the first time.
So that'll be the final play of the game and the final play of the season for the Seymour football team. Final score: Whiteland 42, Seymour 14. Back to start our post-game show in 2 minutes. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
For 125 years, JC Bank has been right beside you, cheering for every touchdown and every three-pointer. That's because we're your community bank, proudly supporting the teams that make our towns come alive. Just like the dedication of our local high school athletes, JC Bank is dedicated to providing personalized banking, investments, and trust services for you and your family. Experience the JC Bank difference. Stop in today or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get Sci-Ho smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Sci-Ho Insurance Services. At Sci-Ho, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at sciho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become Sci-Ho Smart.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
Tired of banks that see you as a number and not a neighbor? At the People's Bank, we know your name, your family, and your goals. We offer the same modern services, online banking, mobile deposits, and low-rate loans, but with the personal touch only a hometown bank can give. Switch today and discover the difference. A bank that puts you first. Your neighbors, your community, your hometown bank. The People's Bank. Bank where you belong. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Bullitt Stadium, where Whiteland wins it by a final score of 42-14. But the Owls certainly showed a lot of pride and effort in that second half. You'll say, well, the game was out of reach, but Seymour certainly didn't quit. I know at halftime I went down into the locker room, and one of the things I heard Coach Moore tell his team is, you seniors have one more half of football to play. He goes, I'm still going to coach it like it's the start of the game, and I expect you to play it like it's the start of the game. And I think he certainly got that effort in the second half. Seymour had 2 scoring drives, capped off there at the end with the touchdown or the touchdown pass. And as Lance said, Whiteland only had the ball one time in the second half. Technically 2 times, but twice. You're right.
Starters
ran the first one, and then the backups ran one, and the Owls stopped both of them. So a good second half, certainly. But in all honesty and all due respect, this game was won in the first half. Whiteland just dominated this ball game in the first 24 minutes, scoring 42 points at halftime, and that's all they needed to do. And they were able to get the victory tonight by a final score of 42-14. We'll probably expect either Coach Moore or one of the assistants will be up here to talk with us. Lance, do you have stats ready to go? If you have stats ready, why don't you go ahead and give some stats while we wait to see who's going to come up here and join us.
We'll start with Whiteland. Jonah Upchurch was 4 for 6 for 43 yards with a touchdown. His touchdown pass went to Eli Taylor. He had 2 catches for 22 yards. Eli Zaire had 1 catch for 14 yards, and Jordan Palmer had 1 catch for 7. For the running the ball, Jordan Palmer led the way, 10 carries for 94 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tyree Nolan had 4 carries for 32 yards with 1 touchdown. Colton Chip had 2 carries for 4 yards. Jonah Upchurch had 2 carries for 22 yards. For Seymour, Max Coates was 10 of 17 for 92 yards and touchdown. He also threw 2 interceptions. Jackson Fox led the way, 2 catches for 34 yards. Tristan Hawkins had 3 catches for 32 yards. Alex Milliken had 4 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown catch. Running the ball for Seymour, Max Coates led the way this time, 10 carries for 51 yards. Tristan Hawkins had 20 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. Aaron Holt added 3 carries for 1 yard. Seymour had 13 first downs, while Whiteland had 12. Whiteland had 3 penalties for 25 yards, while Seymour had 1 penalty for 10 yards.
42-14, the final. Whiteland advances to the semifinals, where they will host Columbus East tomorrow night, or next Friday night. And the other semifinal will have East Central at Franklin. I'm not exactly sure, Lance, if we're going to have anybody up here. Coach Moore is down. He's embracing the seniors. He's sharing the moment with the seniors. It's always a tough anytime these seniors playing their last football game. So he is down there embracing and sharing a moment with each senior. And I don't see another coach that is making its way up here.
I'm sure all the coaches are doing
all the other coaches are doing the same thing. So we're going to assume that we're not going to have a guest up here, and that's fine. We'll take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll name our family drug play of the game, our players of the game, and if we don't have anybody, we'll wrap it up. We'll do that in just a moment.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Having the proper insurance coverage in place at the time of loss is paramount. We at Stahl Insurance are an independent insurance agency providing insurance solutions from many highly rated companies. We take the time to evaluate each individual client's risks and put together insurance solutions that fit your needs. Stop by our office at 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour or give us a call at 812-524-0692. One of our experienced agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, or Chris Stahl, are here to help. Also visit us online at StahlInsuranceGroup.com.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
And back here at Bullitt Stadium as we will begin to wrap things up tonight. I don't know.
Coach Corner's in the corner.
I know. I see him down there. I don't know if he's making his way up here or if he's
just wave him off, or
I don't know. I don't know if he was looking for another coach. So anyway, let's name our play and players of the game. First of all, the play of the game, I'm going to go with the touchdown pass to Alex Milliken. I thought that was because the Owls certainly had that drive was one that they had taken from their own 20. It was an 80-yard drive. They took it down, and they had to beat the clock.
It was almost like a 2 or 3 minute drill.
It was. It was almost like a 2-minute drill. They had to beat the clock. It was winding down, and they made it was a nice pass play by Max Coach to Milliken. And our Connor Smith Eye Center Seymour player of the game, we're going to go Max Coach tonight. Give us his numbers again. And I thought Max was 10 of 17 for 92 yards with a touchdown. But you even said yourself, he made a lot of those 2 scoring drives. He had 16 carries for 51 yards. Max grew up a lot this year from the first game of the year to tonight. And his numbers didn't always reflect his leadership, but I thought he certainly directed the offense a lot better over the last half of the year. And then in particular, those 2 scoring drives, he took that team and he directed them down the field. And so for that, we'll go with Max Coach tonight as our Seymour player of the game.
Yeah,
and that
he definitely grew up. He didn't force any passes. If he was looking for a deep ball and they were covered up, he pulled it down, scrambled, and was able to get yardage. Had a 16-yard scramble in the fourth quarter, also had a 20-yard scramble in the fourth quarter. So definitely a good job not putting the ball into harm's way latter part of the year, and we'll see what he does next year as a senior.
Okay. One last chance. You don't see anybody coming this way, do you?
Nope, Coach Moore will back over to the players.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank Lance this year. He stepped in and helped me quite a bit this year, so I appreciate his work as always. Lance will be with me again for basketball. He'll be helping me in the girls' basketball, and as well him and Ruben will be with me for boys' basketball, and won't be long. We'll be busy. You know, it's a busy time during the fall, but it gets even busier in the winter when you got 3 or 4 games a week. But we look forward to it, and we'll start it 2 weeks from tomorrow. Girls basketball will start with a road trip to Salem, and we look forward to bringing you all the action of Seymour boys and girls basketball here on 92.7, as well as our sister station 99.3. WCCB will obviously depend on Indiana's schedule and have to move some games, but we'll certainly let you know from time to time on where and when the games will be. Thanks to Coach Tyson Moore for his time all year long. He was always there on Tuesday to record the coaches show. All the coaches who took the time to talk with me, or the players who spent time talking on the coaches show, we thank them. We thank our sponsors, and we thank again all of you who listened over the course of the year here to Seymour football, and we'll now turn our attention to Seymour basketball in a couple of weeks. Again, the final tonight, it was Whiteland 42, Seymour 14. For Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard. Thanks for listening, and good night from Bullitt Stadium.
Thanks for listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 Nash Icon. Seymour Football has been brought to you by Stall Insurance, Prosser Career Education Center, The People's Bank, S&B Wall Covering, Jackson County Dental, New